All right. Sorry, guys. God damn it. Yes, I'm. Thank you. That's how we know. Audio check, please. Last we left off. Oh, damn it. Forget it! No, it shouldn't be gone. This is bullcrap. It's a load of doo doo. Oh my god. Doesn't make sense. That makes. I don't like this. It must have been pretty early on because I left. I went to go get. Wait. Bring it back. Wait. Wait. Hold on. Chat. Can you hear everybody else? Okay. Oh no no. All right. I have to voice everybody. Okay. Oh crap. All right. Thanks chat. We're gonna figure this out. God damn it. I hate my life. I don't know. I don't know. oh. oh gosh. Well, the thing is, like, my computer screwed up one day, and then it changed all my audio stuff. So come on. Hey, chat, can you hear them now? God damn it. No, I think I think it's working now. Wait, just Thanks. I don't ever say that joke again. Can one of you check your audio for the stream? Is it working? Really? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I can get my dice now.
How about now? I think I figured it out. God.
Oh no! Wait, I was getting my dice though.
We'll have to wait for the chat to for it to catch up.
So anybody see that Shadow and Bone show yet?
Hey, we're back. We're back. Can you hear us now? Woo!
Yep,
Go for it. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Thank you, chat. Oh, they heard me. Is that everybody? Can you hear everybody else?
Can you hear all of us?
Pig noises. Pig noises.
Pig noises.
Pig noises.
Pig noises.
Pig noises.
Okay. Yeah. Yep, we're good. Okay, it's everybody. Sweet. Thank you, chat.
Yeah, thank you guys.
You guys are the best.
Oh my god.
Appreciate it. Alex, don't touch it.
I won't.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Recap, go.
All right, everyone.
All right, last we met.
Last we left off.
Damn
I
it!
knew you were gonna do that.
Fine, Sean, you do the recap. I guess.
All right, folks. Last we met, the Wayward Five settled into Vermalcia within the Vosian Visage at the governor's home. They wasted no time before acquainting themselves with the city, visiting the famous rainbow streets of the Blythe. Later, after a failed attempt at restoring Scarlet's memories with a greater memory restoration potion, the party began to settle into the manor. Timber visited Governor Clay to gift him an elixir of longevity to help remedy some of the effects of his resurrection of Curon that rapidly aged him greatly. They spoke of their pasts and atoning for sins. And during this, Timber learned of an auction house in the city that specializes in magic items, after he asked Oriel if he could help him acquire magical shackles to keep him contained when he summons Lou to try to talk with the demonic wolf god. Scarlet relaxed in the bathhouses before visiting Curon. She found him meditating in a new sanctuary to Iluvania he had established within the manor. Complete with Telwid Hama, a rare helix or lattice-structured fungus that only grows in Alicia, typically. They discussed her memories and whether or not there really is a plane of memories where they may recover them. Curon assured her that they would find them if they could, and encouraged her to begin thinking a little more with her heart, instead of dwelling on her in her mind. Later that night, the party joined Oriel for dinner. As they ate and relaxed, the governor informed them that he wished to help in whatever way he could. For safely escorting him to his home and to help in the coming adventure, he awarded each of them 4,000 gold. Each of the five reacted in their own way. Wiswick immediately began planning how he would spend the gold. Timber and Curon graciously thanked the governor, and Scarlet began to panic and feel an intense wave of anxiety. He spoke of different trainings and supplies that could be purchased with this investment, and hoped to help in other ways if he could. Scarlet excused herself as she began to feel overwhelmed by the entirety of this gesture and the quest ahead. After dinner, Timber went to speak with her. She could not believe that she was worthy of such a quest. They spoke about their past mistakes and promised each other they would do this for Curon, a good man. Later that night, Scarlet attempted to meditate and successfully found a sense of peace in the arms of friendship and her past bravery. She fell asleep to these thoughts as she accidentally poured Timber's endless flask all over the floor. During this, Oriel and Curon spoke alone in the gardens of the estate. He questioned Curon about the mission ahead and about his motivations, and somewhat criticized the idea of martyrdom, telling Curon that he prays that he does not see the fruits of his sacrifice spoil. But they promised to one another that they would do everything they can to make this world a better place, and that potentially they weren't destined to be martyred. As the rest of the manor began to drift to sleep, Chiron went to his new sanctuary to commune with Elivania. He asked if they could succeed in the fields of glass without Cal. Her presence assured him Cal was where he needed to be. He asked if there was a plane of memories. Her presence showed him a memory of his childhood he had forgotten, of him and his grandfather fishing by the Adja River, when Chiron decided to be a vegetarian after not enjoying fishing because he didn't like hurting the fish. He asked her if they had time, and her presence blew out half the candles around his ritual, leaving some flickering. Elsewhere in the city, at this time, Wiswick tried to celebrate the patronage of Oriel. His friends seemed to have a more stoic evening and solemnity around this investment, while he viewed it as nothing but good news to be celebrated. But without his friends, this swiftly shifted to drunken sorrow. In his intoxication, he scryed on his sister Fizri and found her alone in the snowy wilds of the north. Last he had heard, she was out in the surface world looking for him. He next drunkenly messaged Kalra to inform her of his sister's adventure and to ask her to look out for her to see if she could help her in some way. After this, his golem escorted him from the Brass Shepherd tavern he was in back to the manor. He does not remember any of these actions, though, due to the drink. The next morning, the five started their morning by cleaning up the spilt whiskey, but then they went off to Maximilian's vials for Wiswick to research some new spells. During Wiswick's research, Chiron and Scarlet went to a local restaurant, the Laughing Egg, to enjoy some cinnamon buns. Lily, Scarlet's elemental snake, attempted to steal Chiron's cinnamon bun. Reactively, he shoved the entire thing in his mouth and promptly began to choke. Scarlet rolled a natural 20 on her medicine check and properly gave him the Heimlich maneuver to save him, and she began profusely apologizing for the magma snake, which during this time was, of course, finishing up the cinnamon bun he had coughed up. But he only responded with a gracious smile, "Scarlet, you just saved my life." And that's where we left off last week. Currently, Wiswick is finishing up with the Maximilian's spell book. Timber is in the lobby of Maximilian's vials, reading his compendium of herbalism, and the two of you have just, Scarlet, you've just saved Huron's life.
Hey, Sean, did you ever add those spells to D&D Beyond?
I have not added those spells to D&D Beyond yet, but you haven't learned them yet. You only have the information to copy them down yet. I will add them, though,
Okay.
before next week's session.
I'm very tempted to spend all my money this session and learn them, so just to let you know.
Okay. So yes, so Wiswick has copied 2 spells down for him to put into his spell book later from Maximilian's tome. The 2 spells were Maximilian's Titan's Grip and Maximilian's Earthen Clap. He is allowed to purchase more access to the tome if he wants to, with a starting cost of $1,800 gold to get to the next to learn another spell.
Starting price.
Can you convert dollars to gold?
Yeah, I'd say like $1 is like 3 silver. I don't know.
Currently, the price of gold is
All right, well, Stefan's action.
You have to consider-
1,780 and 66 cents to $1 US.
So we have a
You
lot.
forgot to consider inflation.
A lot of dollars.
Oh, that's an ounce. That's an ounce of gold is worth $1,780.66.
Okay. Wayward Five, what would you like to do?
It's time to invest, folks, in the gold standard.
Oh my god. Kieran, would you like me to get you another cinnamon bun?
No, thank you. That's
Actually, I
okay.
don't think that would be a good idea.
Scarlet, Lily is currently eating your cinnamon bun.
Will you stop? I wanted some of that.
You know, you really should learn to.
There's
Train-
literally nothing I can do.
That makes
I
sense.
have
It was
to
a
talk
gift
to
from
this-
Wiswick, right?
It was. I need to talk to him about it.
I don't
because
think he'll change it for you. It
I
seems
don't
like
know. If
was
he
an
learns that you almost choked, might.
right, but that was of my own volition. I mean, not
Yes,
that
but
I
you wouldn't
wanted
have had to do it. You wouldn't have had to do it if Lily didn't go. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Should we return to Maximilian's? They must be almost done. Question.
I
Sure.
think that's.
You were choking for 2 hours.
Ah.
I think.
I mean, you do have a little bit of time if there's anything you two want to do on your own.
Is there anything you'd like to do before we head back, Scarlet?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, then okay, let's go.
All right.
So, yeah, when they return to the lobby, Timber, where you are reading, they were only gone for 15 minutes.
And a lot happened in 15 minutes.
They smell like
Scarlet.
burnt sugar.
Did you get any?
Scarlet saved my life.
She did. Did she?
Well, I
Timber
wouldn't have
just
had
sits there with a
to
nice smile towards her.
smile back.
Like the
I wouldn't have
parents
had
just
to.
reading while watching the kids, and they're like, "We just did a thing." Oh, that's great.
Did you see me? Did you see me, Dad?
That's nice, honey.
They wouldn't have had to if this, indicating my bracelet, didn't have such a penchant for sweets. I need to speak to Wiswick about that.
Yes, he will be in there for quite a while. So take
Did
a
he
seat.
just go in?
Yeah, you're only gone for 15 minutes. I can
Seems
read
so
out
much
loud
longer.
my book to you guys.
That's alright.
Is there any other reading? Otherwise, I'll listen. Kieran sits down in front of him, cross-legged, placing the staff across his knees, and just looks to Kaze, expectantly.
I pull out some paper and my quill and I start doodling. Calligraphing? Writing.
Yeah, Timber, you've just reached the section about extracting, like special bladders from basilisks and other lizard-like creatures to extract their venom, and how to harvest dragon bones correctly to make sure you can create things with them.
Who would ever kill a dragon?
I don't know, but they sure need to know this information if they're going to extract all they need from it.
Good thing you got that book.
Flashing forward about an
Yeah.
hour and 45 minutes.
Thank you.
Wiswick is returning with Raphael the Leonin, having completed his research.
Wiswick comes out of there with like kind of just an ambivalent look on his face. Like he doesn't look like he's particularly happy.
Everything
you
okay,
go?
Wiswick?
Yeah, everything's actually fantastic. Super great.
So
Why-
why does your tone say otherwise?
Do you need food?
Well,
Are you still
I
hungover?
got- I could really go for some food, honestly, but it's great and terrible at the same time. I mean, I got these 2 new spells that are gonna be pretty awesome, but I'm still poor. All this money I just earned, I'm gonna have to invest in
Wiswick.
all of these magics.
Wiswick, please keep your voice down as Kieran looks around to this shop that we're in, where I'm sure there's individuals that are definitely not as well off as a group of adventurers.
Yeah, you could definitely see this group of like a community-run program of showing children alchemy that under
Field trip.
yeah, and they're all just staring at Wiswick right now.
I lean over to Kieran and I say, 200, two 6-level spells, 55 gold, 50 gold pieces each. There's like 600 gold pieces that I'm wasting on this, and I got 150. Or
Wiswick,
the
please.
contingency spell, I'm gonna be
Wiswick.
broke again. All of it's
Wiswick.
going out the window.
I need you to calm down a little, okay? Gold is only temporary. The knowledge that you're learning here is eternal, okay? You can always make more gold in the future. I'm sure our adventures will get us paid handsomely, and Oriel has already told us that he will continue to finance our adventures.
It's too late to invest in spells that can make me money, though. These all seem to be combat related.
Well, we might need it where we're headed.
We could buy some stocks.
Wiswick,
Maybe some options.
But
You
then
know,
I
I've
have to
heard about
hold
this
on to
new
the
astral
knowledge.
coin.
Astral coin.
Elon Tusk, he's a half-orc that started this.
Wiswick,
Well-
I do have a question for you.
Oh, yeah?
Is there any way that we can fix this sweet problem we have with my bracelet?
No.
And this Kieran does turn aside and snickers to himself.
What do you mean, no?
It's not
Kieran
my...
nearly died again because he choked on a cinnamon bun because my snake wouldn't leave it alone. It's not
Being
funny!
honest, I was looking forward
It's
to
not
meeting
funny!
Come on, it's just a little bit funny.
No! No, not when you're the one who had to give the fantasy Heimlich maneuver.
Well, I mean, I'm a little too short to reach its, like, lungs, but sure, I mean, if that's really, if you think it's going to be a danger in the future, I mean, maybe we could try, weaning it off of sweets. It's just like any other, like, elemental creature with a craving. You just gotta, like,
So what, every time it goes for a sweet, I need to quickly swap it out with an
Wait,
apple or
that's
something?
a good idea.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Wait,
I was joking!
wait,
Then
wait,
you got a whole new problem where it's gonna start eating apples.
wait. This is a good idea. We get, like, sugar, and we pour it on our enemies.
Then I'll actually...
Let's go back to the...
But yes, it is a living creature, Scarlet. So it is not just sort of a bug that Wiswick put into this magic item. You are summoning a living creature, and that creature just happens to really enjoy sweets.
Well, then we're going to need to work.
I thought it was an admirable trait. When I picked that elemental, I thought you'd enjoy that.
I do very much enjoy the snake, yes, but not when it's going to make my friends choke.
Let's be real, that was all my fault. I should learn how to eat better.
But once again, you shouldn't have had to do that. Let's go. We'll talk about this later.
Everything's always my fault. I get it.
That is
my
not
goodness.
what I was saying.
Oh, you've got a
At all.
whole bunch of adults walking down the street talking about.
Not all of us are adults.
That's true. Well, everyone is an adult in their own. Wiswick may be 16, but that's pretty old for a gnome. All right. What would y'all like to do? It's around. At this point, it's early afternoon, so you still got plenty of time during the day.
Let's go back to Oriel. Let's find out where this auction might be.
Do we need to
Alright.
go all the way back, or can we just ask a passerby? Excuse me, sir or madam.
Well, Kieran,
Wait,
I don't need money too.
Kieran. Yes.
Oh, right, we didn't get paid yet.
Right.
All right, let's go back to Orioles. Away.
It's actually not too far away. to go back to Aureals. You just cross the canal again, and you would be able to get up there. It's actually also convenient that the auction is in the district that Aureals Manor is in, as he did already tell you that it is in the Ember Court within the Voshian Visage, which is just across the district from where he is. If you... Okay, so when you go back to the manor, Oriel is not there. He is. You would notice that they are the few servants who are there are gathering a lot of resources. Like you see a beautiful wagon is in the courtyard right now. Biggest wagon any of you've ever seen. Like real big. Like it could fit. It's not like you've had wagons where you could have 2 people sitting in the front and 2 people sitting in the back. This wagon
Is this like
could,
a limo?
yeah, if you could have a limo version of a wagon, this is kind of what this is. It's a very extensive, almost like a stagecoach cart, where you can all fit comfortably in the back, and 2 can fit comfortably in the front to pilot it. You'd see that there are several horses in the courtyard as well, as they are packing up these this wagon for what is most likely your adventure. As you can see, they're putting several supplies on the rooftop of it and strapping them down. There are a special place underneath to put different storage and items and supplies. And they seem to be fully stocking it for a long adventure.
So now it's a station wagon.
Yes, there's wood on the side. But you could easily find someone in the estate to direct you towards where you can pick up your rewarded gold. You can each add 4,000 gold pieces to your inventory now.
Yeah. Okay, so I spend the rest of the day and late into the night studying my magics, and I guess I can't purchase things for
Okay,
my
bye,
other-
Wiswick.
Yeah,
I'm
are you
busy.
not coming with us to not coming with us to the auction?
I kind of want to go. Is that tonight, or should we do that tomorrow?
Yes. No, it's tonight. I thought.
It would be best if we leave tomorrow, as we do
Yes.
have things to get done.
We are on a timeline.
I guess I could do this studying over during our travels.
It will be some time before we reach the Fields of Glass, and even then, who knows how far in we have to go.
But there are a few things I need to buy besides the auction house. Maybe I'll just
To buy the
catch you
auction
guys. I mean, it's not particularly magic items. I think that's the only thing they're really selling. It's more like spell components, but I
We
mean,
were just at the alchemy shop.
Go do what you need to do. We're going to go to the auction.
but
See you later, Wiswick.
Wait! What if there's something really cool there that I want?
Well, then
Like
come.
what?
You got to make a decision.
You can either come with us or stay.
Right,
Can't have both.
We can go.
Okay.
We can stop on the way back.
Wiswick goes up to Scarlet and hands her a big pouch of money that has 2,000 gold pieces in it. And I say,
Honestly, I really had a hard time deciding who was the most responsible person between the 3 of you, but I think you need to hold on to this, and if there's
No.
something really cool, you buy it for me.
I think you should give this to Kieran. I can
No
barely
way!
money
He was the
4,000.
last one on the list!
I'm
Why?
sorry, what?
You
You
gave
know
me...
your gold will be safe with me.
I'm going to give it to him anyway after you leave, so you might as well just give it to him now.
Oh my god. Timber, will you hold this stuff for me?
Why don't you trust me?
Sure, Wiswick.
I
Sure.
trust you to make a good investment.
Yes.
Wait, me or him?
No, definitely not you, Kieran.
What do you mean? I would invest it in the Church of the Everflame.
You gave
It
me...
would only serve the people of the city.
I'm looking for some more practical uses, you understand? these auctions are going to be for magic items, not feeding the poor.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure. We'll take a look for you, wizard.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, there's no there's it's not like that whiskey bottle. You gotta give it back to me if you don't buy anything.
Sure.
Okay.
No, I'm leaving.
All right. Wiswick, you wander off to go and gather supplies and buy reagents and components. The rest of you begin to head across town over to the Ember Court. You are passing through the Voshian Visage, and you would see mostly these lovely villas and estates, much like Oriel's. But then as you get to the opposite side, first you would also notice as you're walking up to the left, kind of up on the peak of, on a large cliff face coming off of the mountains, because the city kind of ascends up the side of a mountain at the roots of it, you would see a massive structure where that spire was you saw earlier, glittering up into the sky. And it kind of has this dominating appearance up above this whole section of the town, and the whole city, really. But eventually you would start to see where people are gathering in the courtyard of one of these neighborhoods, where you can see there is a semi-permanent stage that has been set up. You can see a crowd is gathering in this somewhat kind of like tiny park in the center of this courtyard. And you would see there are several gilded wagons there that have chests of different things sticking out, and you could see this dragonborn woman is standing up on the stage right now. She's wearing very beautiful violet robes with gold trimming. She has several gems and jewels decorating her scales, and jewelry all over, as she is standing up there, her hands folded, as she's sort of occasionally bossing around these workers who are bringing up several items for the auction today. What would y'all like to do?
Before we enter the area with people, Timber is going to turn into a human.
Okay, so you have an hour as a human.
Senor.
Excellent.
What was he a dog earlier?
No, it's the hybrid.
Oh, you were a
I
hybrid?
was just
Okay.
walking around as a hybrid, you know. no big
Less
deal.
of a strange thing here, as you've been seeing several tabaxi and other beast folk throughout the city.
Okay.
But if you'd like, you can come and take your seats. As you approach, you would see a
Paddle things.
yes, actually, there would be a
What
gentleman
numbers do
as
we
you
have?
approach.
What numbers do we have? This is important.
It's very important.
Apparently.
All right. Do each of you want your own individuals to?
Yes.
Okay, Timber, your number is 36. Scarlet, your number is 60. This is the strangest thing I've had to keep track of. And
I'm writing it down too.
Huron, your number is 22. Your
22.
paddle says 22 on it, as the gentleman who handed them out to you ensures you that they will be announcing the total items for the day, and that they would very quickly begin the auction promptly. So you can find your seats. You can see this is kind of like a mingled audience. You can see there's a lot of everyone here looks wealthy, of course. Beautiful robes, beautiful clothing, jewelry all over the place. You kind of stand out, as it seems like this is a collector crowd more so than a I'm going on adventures with these items. It's more so like people who are like, yeah, I want to have this in my house so I can be like, look at this badass thing that I bought and it's prestigious. I'm never going to use it, and it's going to waste away in my manor until my children inherit it. Or I really need to pay for something.
What are we supposed to do with these? Do I have to wait until the 60th item?
No.
No, you raise it when you want to place a bid, so they can make sure that the person, instead of shouting your name out, they know just by the number who's placed the bid.
A little easier for them. You'll see how it works.
Now, Sean is not an auctioneer, so I will not be doing the fast talking.
Oh, come on. That's what I was looking forward to.
I can try. I can try.
I was
All right.
totally kidding.
Just
Well,
make
I mean,
the
I'll-
auctioneer turtle.
Yeah, right. Now bidding on. All right. All right. So you see, they do the auctioneer. She waves her hand in the air, and you would hear a loud, almost trumpet-like sound that she casts to alert that the auction is beginning. As you see, she carefully steps up to the podium. She holds her hand out, and her voice booms out loudly to the crowd. Oh my goodness. That is magically enhanced. But she looks out. She says, "All right, now we will be displaying all of the items before we begin the bidding, and we will do them in the order that we will be bidding. The first item," and you see she snaps her fingers, and a chest opens up behind her, as you would see kind of crawling out of it, floating in the air and kind of moving forward is a carpet. That seems to be floating and hovering there on its own. So the first item that will be bidded for is a carpet of flying. A very prestigious item, valued by adventurers and all collectors for its uses and its prestige. Now this is about a 4 foot by 6 foot carpet. Very fast, very sleek. A wonderful, wonderful option for any collector. She snaps her fingers and it returns back, and
He held up a paddle.
oh, I was like, I couldn't see because I was looking at my
I
list of
didn't too.
items. Yeah, everyone needs to make a paddle.
I actually have to do it backwards because for
Oh yeah. The next item, and you see two of her workers come bringing a large shield up. The shield is oval shaped. It's quite long. It's probably about 3 feet long. It is completely gold in the center, and it is etched with magical runes all around. It has these sort of turquoise gems on the edges and several other gems incorporated into it, with a large abjuration rune in the center. And what we have here is a Spellguard shield, designed in the Gwyn Empire. It is, as our historians estimate, roughly 100 years old, used during the wars between Honduras and the Gwyn Empire, the old Gwyn Empire. A very valuable collector's item, and also useful to protect you from those who would wish to harm you in your home. The next item, snaps her fingers and another shield is brought out. A slightly less rare item, but still great for a beginning collector. This is a shield of Battering, used, as we have learned, in a similar fashion in a different war. This one was used during the most recent war between the Gwyntarchy and the Gwyn Empire. Not the current war, but the last one. She snaps her fingers again, and another worker comes out with a flowing, brightly colored cloak that looks, it has spun into it these glittering red threads throughout a brighter orange color, and it's just a mingling of summer reds and oranges and yellows throughout in intricate designs. And then it is the trim of the entire cloak is mock leaves made out of fabrics with a very large hood. What we have here is a cloak of summer, a robe of summer, an elegant garment made with the fine cloth in hues of red, orange, and gold. While you wear this robe, you have a resistance to the chilling effects of the world in the long dark, a perfect item for any collector with practical use beyond display. It will keep you comfortable as if the temperatures were that of a balmy day, so you suffer no ill effects from the weather's temperature extremes. Snaps his fingers again, and then he brings out a what looks like a rather simple wooden staff at first. Polished. For a moment, I'm sorry, not wooden. It's a metal staff. And it is slender, and it almost looks as if it's made from glass at first when you first see it. You see he one of the workers takes the staff and just hits it against the ground to just show its sturdiness, and then kind of taps it on the ground. As you can see, kind of a magical shield kind of erupts from the staff around the individual. Taps it again, and as you see, shield magic floating armor goes across their body, and then they tap it again as it all vanishes. This lovely metal staff is a staff of defense, excellent for any collector who wishes to have elegant items of minimalism, beautiful for your home. The next item brought out is they open up a small case where there is a ring inside. The band looks like interlocking chains made of fine silver with a very large sapphire square gem in the center. For those of you with a bit more of the adventurous streak in you, collectors, someone who maybe perhaps works out in the world and goes on many journeys, this is a ring that will protect you from the difficult terrain of the world and keep you from being restrained in many ways. It is a ring of free action. Amazing item for any collector. We have another ring. Bring that forward. As you see, another ring that looks like it's a double ring that looks like two scrolls that have runes on it that would kind of connect over the fingers. What we have here is, for those with more magical influence, a ring of spell storing. A very useful item for any collector. We have two more items on the docket for this evening. This next one, for those of you who like to move around in versatile ways. What we have here are boots of levitation. A lovely item for any collector, and those who want something with a bit more utility. And our last item, the most prestigious item of the day. She snaps her fingers, and out of a small chest in the back floats an orb that then floats directly into her hands. She holds it up so that you can all see it. It is a very interesting looking item. It looks almost perfectly smooth, except for these cracks all over the orb. It looks like a golden orb, and you know that that pottery where they fill the cracks with other substance and like silver, kind of how I described the pallid mask of Thatcher. It has these turquoise glittering cracks all throughout it, and then these etchings on it that look like winding spheres and other shapes. And on the face of it, there is etched Roman numerals for the like a clock.
Romans? I don't think we've encountered that.
Gwyn numerals. What we have here is a Chronal Sphere, a rare item from a time lost. We believe this item is pre-Morrisier conflict, an incredibly rare item, perfect for veteran collectors. With this item, an individual can use an action to cast either haste or slow. Slow with a save DC of 18, as you all know what that is, collectors. But most importantly, no concentration required. This can be done once per day. Or it can cast both spells once per day. Alright, those are our items for the day. We will begin with the first item, the magical carpet of flying. Before I jump into this, which items do you have interest in bidding on?
Cloak.
Cloak?
Yep, cloak and the ring of free action.
Kieran is also interested in the ring of free action.
Ooh.
He would probably lean over to Scarlet. Well, first off, for the carpet, he would lean over to the two of them and goes, "Who needs a flying carpet when you can just walk on the night, the darkness?"
Also,
That's true.
I
but
can't walk on the night.
He would literally want
that's
everything
right.
here.
That's true. He has a tendency to want a lot.
Everything, yes. Privilege.
Yes,
Deeply.
I think he would really like that ring of spell storing.
I agree wholeheartedly.
And
I
that
didn't give any of you any money. Just remember
Oh, you
that.
didn't? Oh,
No.
that's right. Okay, well,
I took it
sucks
back.
to be you.
Biswick isn't here. I never really
We
liked
could always
Biswick.
we could always bid and have him pay us back.
No, he wouldn't
No.
pay us back. Let's be very clear about that. I'm more than happy to pay for him, but
You shouldn't have to. What are you
Anyway,
interested in?
I think I want those boots of levitation.
that Chronal
Or
Sphere,
the Chronal Sphere sounds really nice.
hopefully we can get it not too expensive.
Don't know, the magic carpet might be really fun.
It might.
Mm.
I think it would be pretty good, handy. It's probably pricey though.
I mean, all of these
We could,
items are
we could low
probably-
bid it.
Can we say that Wiswick messages the party from a distance and says, "Don't forget to bet on things that you don't want to drive up the price so they spend all their money before the thing that you actually want comes up." But he just messages that in the general direction of the auction so everybody hears it.
Oh, like your voice just booms out in the auction.
No, I
itself.
just like message
More of
random
a
people.
minor illusion.
Oh yeah, some random people hear your voice in their head.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
All right, so we've got the Cloak of Summer, the Ring of Free Action, and the Boots of Levitation for what you're interested in. Is there any other items you want to bid on?
The Chronal Sphere.
Yeah,
Alright,
exactly there. And you know what? Depending on the bidding, Kieran will bid on the spell of the ring of spell
The
storm.
ring.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So then we will jump ahead to these items. We'll start with the robe of the Cloak of Summer. So Scarlet, get ready to bid potentially.
Can I have rules first?
So he's gonna.
I'm really bad at have you ever played the Jackbox game, the Bidiots? I'm really bad at that game. Like, it's terrible. So, rules would be great.
When he hits the gavel on the table, that means it's sold.
Thanks.
You essentially, so this is how it's going to work. When you make a bid,
Uh-huh.
there's going to be an opening bid.
I
And
mean,
then-
I have my card.
Yes, you can put your card up if you'd like. Your bid, you essentially have to make a charisma intimidation check every time you do
Are you
a
kidding me?
a bid.
Do I?
I'm not terrible at that, but
Can I use guidance on myself? Every time I go to bid, guidance.
Yeah.
Bless this bid.
Sure, I'll allow that.
Can I
Or
command
whoever
the
who's
entire
bidding, or
crowd?
whoever who's bidding. Scarlet, give it to Scarlet. Yes, Clayton.
I
I
actually
knew
have
this thing would come in handy someday.
I have one too.
It's mostly for board games. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. For our not for first item, but for the first item you're interested in, we have the Cloak of Summer. We're going to open the bidding out at 1,500 gold pieces. Do we have another bid? We have another bid. Do we have another bid? All right. If you or do you want to bid for that price?
Yeah, okay, sure. It's a lot
All
of
right.
money.
You're bidding for 1,500. All right. Give me
A
a
little inflated of the price.
With
Give
a
me a-
D4.
Intimidation.
intimidation
With the
check. Yeah.
D4.
Well, first of all, these items are go for much cheaper than they actually would be on this auction house. So that's actually about $3,500 gold cheaper than it would be at a store, if this was just a standard magic shop store. So
So
roll
it's a
your
good
intimidation
price.
check. It's a good price. Yes.
Okay.
Roll your intimidation
Oh, natural one.
Okay,
For
well,
3.
check.
It's fine.
Well, the auction house
It's
rolled a natural
fine.
20 anyway. So Scarlet, you kind of weakly put your number up, your 60 up, and they're like, all right, we've got a bid for 1,500 gold pieces, and then there's immediately you see this tabaxi woman in very nice clothing. She's got these golden necklaces and jewels on each of her fingers. You see she's wearing a lovely, lavish cloak. She seems like maybe she really likes fashion.
Cloaks,
And she
yeah.
immediately holds her number up. All right. We've got 27 for 1,800 gold pieces. 1,800 gold pieces is the current bid. Would anyone like to increase their bid? Would anyone else like to go and bid? Are they going once? Going twice?
It's fine. It's okay.
That was the lamest gavel noise I've ever heard.
I
Yeah.
didn't want to bang it too loud.
That makes sense.
Sold for 1,800 gold pieces to 27.
My
Okay.
goodness.
So you lost out on the Cloak of Summer.
Yeah, it's fine. Would have clashed with my hair anyway.
All right. So the next item we're gonna go for is the Ring of Free Action.
Somebody else bid, please. I'm not good at this.
All right. All right. We are going to now bid for the Ring of Free Action. We're going to be starting the bids out at 1,500 gold pieces. Do we have someone for 1,500 gold pieces? Someone for 1,500 gold pieces. All right. I'm going to say someone in the audience does it. Does anyone want to bid on this?
1501.
All right. We have 1501 from 22. All right. Roll intimidation.
Guidance. So a 7 plus 2 is a 9.
All right, we have 1501 pieces. We have 1501 pieces, and then we have another. All right, and then we have number 76 for 1701 pieces. 1701 pieces.
Why would he go 01?
1702?
We've got 1702 from number 60. We got 1702 from number 60. Do we have any other bids? Give me an intimidation roll.
Okay.
Billy Vanya, bless her roll.
This is a lovely, lovely ring of spell storing. It is going to be great for any collector. Do we have anything beyond 1702? Would you roll?
Wait, is it the no? It's the free action one, isn't it?
No, that was
Yes. No.
Okay.
Or yes, it is. Yes, it is. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
you
jumped
just
ahead.
said
Yeah,
we're
that
free
one's,
action.
that one's
Sorry,
after.
sorry.
I wrote it down.
Okay, it is the ring of free action. It is the ring of free action.
You have
A
guidance.
lovely
14.
ring of free action.
You
14.
have guidance.
Did you guide me? Okay,
Yeah.
hold
You've
on.
blessed your roll.
14 plus 3, 17.
17. All right. We have 1702 from the Lava Genasi. Going once, going twice. Sold to the number 22.
Nope, number 6.
60!
60. Sorry.
I'm 22.
Now, do I wait to get? Do I go up and get it?
Yes.
Do I?
You'll get it at the end.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so you have gotten the ring of free action.
1702.
Mm-hmm. Up next, we are going to do the Boots of Levitation.
Could I get a little blessing from?
Of
Well,
course,
the
and
one
Kiran
from God.
props.
We are going to start the bidding up for the Boots of Levitation at 1,500 gold pieces. Do we have an initial bid? All right, number 36. We've got an initial bid at 1,500 gold pieces. Go ahead and give me that intimidation check.
Damn
Come on, Timber.
Bear those fangs.
Rawr.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta add my D4. Beep beep. It's a nice 14.
14. Okay, all right. We've got a 1,500 bid. Do we have another bid for these lovely Boots of Levitation? Lovely for any collector. Okay, all right. We've got number 35. Number 35 with a bid for 1,800 gold pieces. 1,800 gold pieces. Do we have another bid beyond 1,800 gold pieces?
1801.
1801. We've got 1801 from number 36.
Kiran props them again, giving up some guidance.
Go ahead and give me a intimidation roll.
Oh, it's a lot better. Okay.
Nice.
Ivania, bless your intimidation.
Yeah, oh, she
Yeah.
did. She blessed it. That's a 23.
Oh yeah, she did.
It's a
That's really
23.
good.
23.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Good
All
guidance.
right. Yeah, all right.
Good
Yeah.
mind.
That's good because the auction actually rolled really high there. All right then. Do we have anything beyond 1801? 1801. Do we have anything beyond 1801? Going once, going twice. Sold to the poorly dressed man in the back. Number 36. All right. All right. So you have acquired the Boots of Levitation for 1801 gold. All right. What we are going to do next is the Ring of Spell Storing. Ring of Spell Storing. All right. This is a very rare item. Let's see. It's actually just a rare item, not a very rare item.
She can say whatever she wants. We're not going to check it.
We are going to start the bidding on this item for a similar 1,500 gold pieces. Do we have a bid for the Ring of Spell Storing? Any of you gonna bid on that?
I was going to wait for the initial bid.
The initial bid is 1,500.
Right.
Right.
I'm waiting for someone to claim it.
Oh, okay. Someone will absolutely claim it if you don't want to claim it. So, all right, we have someone with 1,500 gold pieces.
1501.
1501. You see, she kind of like looks at like, so who let the poors in? Who are not poor, but like are treating this like. All right, we have 1501. Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
Ivania, bless this roll.
Ooh, she did.
Dirty 20, not natural.
Sure.
Nice.
All
Very
right,
nice.
all right. We have a. Okay, we have a bid for 1501. Going once, going twice. Bidder number 72 has bid against you for
Kiran
1,800
stands up
gold
and slams
pieces.
his staff down and goes, "Now who would do that? I'm trying to buy this for a friend. He would greatly appreciate it. I would appreciate if you would all let me purchase this."
You would
Sure,
see
sure.
you would see an elderly man in the corner holding up his 72, having just bid. I mean, they're all ostentatiously dressed, and he kind of just looks at you like, "There's no etiquette at all. This is an auction. Don't you know what this is?"
My friend needs it to combat the powers of evil.
Excuse me,
Kiran,
sir, but you
Kiran,
need to sit down.
Kiran.
This is a auction. There are
Kiran.
rules here. Please sit down. If you'd like to bid on the item, you can. Do we have any higher bids than 1,800 gold pieces? 1,800 gold pieces. Do we have any higher bids? All right. So you watch the item does go up in price beyond that, but none of you bid on it. Okay. We're gonna do the Chronal Sphere now. Is there any other items that you want to bid on before? Because this is definitely gonna be the last item of the bidding.
No.
Good.
Okay. All right. We now have the incredibly rare and lavish Chronal Sphere. Chronal Sphere. She brings it up. We are going to start the bidding on this at 3,500 gold pieces.
Kieran gets up and just walks away. No, he's like, "What? How do these people value their item? Highly valuable.
An amazing relic.
Can
An
I take a
amazing
bet?
relic for any collector out there.
Can I take a bet to Iliavanya?
Of course, we can pool our allowance from Oreo.
All right, we have a bid from number 36 for 3,500 gold
Sean,
pieces.
can I do something?
Sure.
When I bid for additional intimidation, can I transform back into a werewolf?
Ooh.
Sure. Sure.
Just very slowly.
Crack, 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 crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on the intimidation roll.
Cool. I like that.
Because, like people have seen...
Half the auction house just runs out in
Yeah.
fear.
I mean, there are beast folk at this auction house. They'd just be like, wow, he's real rude. No etiquette whatsoever. All right.
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
You got that blessing?
I'm getting it now. It's 17.
That's not bad. Is that 13 with advantage?
All right. We have a bid from. Oh God. We have a. Oh God. Are you all right, sir? Are you all right?
Yes.
Can someone check on him and see if he is okay? You see, like one of the staff comes up and goes, "Sir, are you okay?"
Yes, I'm okay. Yes.
So
My
you
friend
see,
is fine, thank you.
as you see someone like across from the room, kind of just like looking awkwardly at you like this, and then just like. All right, we have another bid from number 52 for 4,000 gold pieces.
If you'll allow me, Sean, Kieran is going to stand up and slam his staff down and cause calm emotions over the crowd to make them indifferent to this item.
Oh my god.
It's a 20-foot radius sphere around.
Okay.
We're gonna get thrown out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, you can cast the spell.
What if that just makes them level-headed so they want to buy this item more?
Hey, Sean can play it however he wants.
All right. Give me what is your what kind of saving throw is it? Charisma? What's your
Charisma DC 18.
Okay. All right, so it works for the most part, but you're gonna get in trouble for this.
Kieran's gonna stand up, slam his staff down, casting the spell, and goes, "By the 9, do you people have any idea what's out there and what these magic items can do? Please, beseech you, calm yourselves. We need these for our quest."
Excuse me, sir, but there is no magic allowed to be cast on auctioneers, on those who are bidding. Please, someone escort him out of here. Escort him out of here immediately.
That's on the rules. You can't.
As you see, there's not like guards here. You just see a staffer come up and be like, sir, could you please not make a scene out of this? And just please go. Just please go.
How dare you ask me?
Just please
I
go,
have
sir.
every right to be here.
Kieran.
You know, this is a private auction house. You've broken the rules. Can you please just leave?
I respect your right. And Kieran just dejectedly shakes his head and walks out with his one arm. So we just picked out a one-armed old elf.
Timber,
This is how you treat
should I go
the
with
poor.
Yes, go Tim.
Yeah.
Do we have any other bids? We have any other higher bids for the Chronal Sphere? It's at 4,000. All right. What do we have a bid from 36 for? No.
For 4,000?
No, it's at 4,000 right
It's
now.
at 4,000 right now.
I followed Kieran out, by the way.
You raised the bid. It's too late. 4001.
What is your bid for, sir? What is your bid for, sir?
4,000 and 0.001.
4,001.
And one copper.
1 copper.
All right, our current bid is at 4,001 copper. Do we have any other bids? Gotta give me an intimidation roll.
Come on.
He doesn't get a blessing because Kieran did not guidance him as he left.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, it's not great.
It's.
No,
They
you
are
don't
all
get guidance. You don't
14.
get guidance.
I don't. Oh,
What
I
is
don't
it?
get guidance. It's 11. Sorry.
No.
At 11? Okay.
I calmed her.
All right, we've got a bid for 4,001 copper. Or any other bids? Or any other bids? All right. We've got a bid for 4,200. 4,200. Any other bids for the Chronal Sphere?
It's a 201 cover.
Okay, number 36. What do you bid?
4,201 copper.
Any other bids? The current bid is at 4,200 gold pieces and 1 copper.
Kieran outside the auction is like, yeah, you show them, Kaze.
Kieran, just
Roll an
just
intimidation.
relax.
The rich is what I always say.
9.
Oh my goodness.
Call
Like
me
total,
number-
a 9 total?
9 total, yeah.
Oh. Alright, the current bid is at 4,201 copper. Do we have any other bids? Alright, you there, sir? 5,000 gold pieces. The
Oh.
current bid is now set at 5,000 gold pieces.
5,001
we have
copper.
the auctioneer like literally drops her head on the podium for a second. Current bid.
Upsetting the
5,000.
rich nobleman.
5,001 copper. Any other bids? Go ahead and roll intimidation.
This is so ridiculous.
Did you really?
The DC
Alright,
must just
alright.
keep getting higher at this point.
No, I
Yeah.
roll for the auction house has a modifier, and I roll a check for them. They get like a counter check, and they have a modifier, and
We
they
just
rolled an
suck.
11. The last one, they have a modifier, and they rolled a 9. So you just keep rolling just low enough,
God.
essentially, to not succeed. All right, we have 5,001 copper, 5,001 copper. Oh, all right, we have a bid for 6,000 gold pieces, 6,000
Oh.
gold pieces. Do we have any other bids for the Chronal Sphere? Would you like to keep going? You see, she's like, we've got another.
You
She
know
was
the
hoping
way it
that
is
the
going to be.
6,001 copper.
Paying for it.
6,001 copper is the current bid.
Come on, Timber.
Roll intimidation. All right.
Come on, nat 20. We need it.
Yeah, you need a nat 20.
6.
Nope.
All right, we've got another bid for 7,000 gold pieces. 7,000 gold pieces. Do we have any other bids? Any other bids for this beautiful collector's item, this relic from a
It's
time
not beautiful, it's-
gone?
It's a
Please, someone get that old man out of here.
You have
We've
no
got
idea.
another bid. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
These magic items.
Kieran, let's go find
They don't
Wiswick. Come
belong
on.
in a museum.
Come on,
They
come
belong
on,
in the
let's-
hands
Let's
of
go.
Heroes of the realm.
Let's go find Wiswick, please. I'm pulling him along. Let's
You know
go.
exactly
I
where.
am assuming the bid is for. What was I at?
7,000.
7,001 copper. 7,001 copper is the current bid. Please, someone. Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
Come on, low.
Come
low,
on,
low,
Timber.
low. 9.
Again?
This is good.
We've got another bid for 7,500 gold pieces. 7,500 gold pieces. Any other bids from the audience? Any other bids? Any other bids? Any other bids?
She says, looking at Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna fucking do it?
I rolled a 9, by the way, there, but they have a modifier.
And I'm wondering how proud Wizard would be of me at this moment.
I wonder if a golem raises the marker and then collapses at when he realizes he can't afford it, if they'll charge me.
Are you gonna bid?
One more.
I mean, the whole ploy was
You're
I was
this
gonna,
far.
I was gonna at the end be like, yeah, I can't afford that.
Yeah, no, I'm very proud of you, Alex. You're doing a great job. If you stop now, I'd be very happy. Please don't buy this.
Are you gonna bid one more time?
No, he's done.
Okay. All right. So the item continues to go up in price. It eventually sells for 10,000 gold pieces.
That's cheap.
I had the 9 silver.
Yeah, because that was a very rare item. That's...
I've led you away by now, Kieran. We're not near the auction house anymore.
Kieran
Trying
is
to find what's right.
fuming at the idea
I
of
bet.
doing an auction.
I know.
But the
I
two of
know.
you can pick up your Ring of Free Action and the
Oh,
Boots
yes.
of Levitation.
I paid as well.
Okay.
Bye, gold.
Sean,
Mm-hmm.
where are these items being kept?
They're being kept on the stage with her.
So they're gonna be passed around in front of everybody. Is that correct?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Good to know. I'm gonna keep track of the person who bought it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So the Chronal Sphere was finally purchased by a wealthy Unduran man. He looks like he's of Gosu remnant descent. He's got some darker skin, shaved head. He's wearing yeah, right. Oh my god, that would be funny. No, it's not Cal's dad. He's very tall and he stands really up straight, and he's got these robes that come up to his neck like a turtleneck almost, and that are tight across the chest and then kind of flourish out with leather with the breeches underneath, and everything is decorated to the nines with silver. He's got several rings, and you see as soon as he takes it, he grins, holds it up in the air as it kind of floats in his hand. He seems himself to have some magical ability.
What are you even gonna use it for?
As puts it in a gilded box and walks away.
In a... By the Crescent Heart. These people have no idea the value of the items they've purchased.
Kieran, let's go get another cinnamon bun. I'll won't watch you eat it so you can actually enjoy it. This
No,
time.
I don't think I need any more sweets at the moment. Something more calming is in order.
It's okay, Kieran. Well, we could do one thing. For these people that don't use these items, we could take them and, get them a replicate.
I'm sorry, are you
I am
insinuating?
I am insinuating stealing.
I don't know if I can agree with that, Kaze. I understand why, and I don't agree that they have a right to these items, but
So you
can't
think
steal
that the wealthy should just claim these and not...
maybe we can speak with. Did you see who?
I did.
up with
It's that man over there, with all the rings and the silver and...
Allow me. And Kieran's going to walk over to this dirt man.
Oh,
Excuse
no,
me,
Kier-
sir. Excuse me.
Kieran, what did you have to go and rile him up for?
But it's a good idea.
You're muted, Shan.
It's not.
I know it's not.
Oh, you're the man who disrupted the auction house.
Oh.
I'm no man. I'm an Elysian, as you can see.
What do you want? Is
walk
he's kind of like
away.
backing away from you as you come up to him? Because I imagine you came up like
Yeah.
really aggressively.
The item that you purchased, the Chronal Sphere. May I ask what you intend to do with it?
It It is no business of yours.
No, it's not, and I apologize for coming up so abruptly, but would you humor me?
Give me a persuasion roll.
I don't have time to guidance myself.
Come on, Q.
Nope, 8.
I do not need to explain myself or my purchases to some stranger on the street disrupting.
Sure. If I may, are you a follower of the Everflame?
He kind of like looks around as you're asking these questions to see who's watching. And he's like, of course, I am a follower of the Everflame.
Of course you are. You're a good, enduring man. You're a holy man, I'm sure. I know this will sound a little crazy, but I have had connections with your Everflame, Zendario. I work in her favors at the moment, seeking to return balance to our realm since the Borsia conflict. You may know of a Governor Oriel, maybe?
You've heard the name of Governor Clay?
Yes, Governor Oriel Clay. We are currently proteges of him, staying at his abode, and he is seeking to help us as he's also a follower of the Everflame. And we seek to bring her light to this realm, and as I said, work in her favor.
You are
Yes.
in association with a governor of Elysi, or of the Gwyn Empire.
It is true.
Yes.
As Timber walks like right next to Kieran.
And I'll
Is this
kinda
some
just,
sort
like-
of attempt to reacquire this item that your friend failed to bid on?
Yes, if I'm being honest, we are on a quest to bring balance to this realm. And I feel that the item you've purchased, the Chronal Sphere, could prove invaluable to our efforts. I understand it's a very, very rare, expensive item, and we would have bought it if we had more means about us. But as you see, Kieran says, gesturing to the three of them, we are not that well off, even with the patronage of Governor Clay. Please, my good sir, if we can purchase that off you at a discounted price or at the same price you purchased it.
Kieran, we can't afford that.
Do you have
We
do you have
could-
a gold or an item for trade?
I was just about to say we can trade this, Kieran, and holding the ring that we just got. I know how important this is to you. Would this
Kieran
be
looks from the
acceptable?
ring to the man, and then Kieran reaches into his armor and pulls out the sack, and he goes, I have 3,500 gold here as well, plus...
Kieran,
Some-
it's quite alright. Sir, we just we want to know what you're using this sphere for. This is a
Like I said to your friend, I do not need to tell you what my business is.
well, if you don't, then if you keep acquiring these magical items as a collector, that could prove very dangerous if given to the wrong hands.
At this, Kieran kind of recoils and goes, I don't know what my friend here is insinuating, but we're not going to do anything bad to you.
No, we're not, but somebody who collects these items for fun is not a good reason.
Like I said, I do not need to share with you my business, but I assure you that this is not just going to hang on my mantelpiece.
That is fine. We will just let all of Endurus know what you are doing.
I don't understand what you are insinuating. Are you threatening me?
Nope.
Yes, are you threatening him?
No, it's not. Right?
Could be.
I
No,
don't
am
think
not.
I want
am
to.
not.
Someone give me a persuasion roll to make sure to keep this guy from just walking away right now.
I feel like he's already at
My-
the point where
my
He's
persuasion's
he's
actually
already
really
walked away.
good.
Or is it really? Oh, I
Oh.
rolled already. I rolled a 6.
Oh, well, mine was +6.
Oh, it's good to know.
And I was
I'm sorry,
holding
you-
my ring.
+6.
Pretty
I
good.
do. I'm very convinced.
It's true.
All right, what do you have to offer? You have the ring from the auction. You have 3,500 gold pieces. I spent 10,000 gold pieces on this. Is there anything else you have to trade?
Sir,
The
don't you
one
have a
the
good
god?
day? Let's just leave this man.
That's fair. He's clearly misguided in his ways and doesn't truly appreciate the ever flame. Kieran tucks the gold back and turns on his heel and harumphs.
I hope that you are a follower of the Ember Flame and you have good intentions. Good day, sir.
As you're walking away, and he turns to walk. He's, let anyone into this city nowadays. As he walks away with his own harumph.
That was a disaster.
It was.
Fine.
What were you hoping to achieve there? Because it didn't happen.
Were you trying to threaten him, Timber?
I
Kaze?
was.
That's
It was.
exactly what he was trying to do. Yes, and that never works.
Well,
We've tried it before on other people, and it doesn't work.
I don't know. Think about it. I just started thinking about it as I, was standing there, and why would he be collecting these?
And
items?
making absolutely no sense. And
it makes sense.
he just
I
to
was
you
close
maybe.
to beseeching his inner goodness.
He had no inner goodness.
Yes, that's fair. The rich are
Hmm.
ostentatious.
Shall we go find Wiswick?
He's, I assume, back at the manor, if not just out shopping. So let's just return. Actually, Sean, real quick, can I just go out and buy a gem-encrusted bowl worth 1,000 gold pieces?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I was doing this whole time. I could have gone to the auction. It's alright.
Yeah, you could have.
Coulda.
You should have just said that Wiswick's gonna go buy you a gem-encrusted bowl, and I would have taken care of it in the meantime.
No, you could definitely easily enough find somewhere on the Blythe to purchase such an item.
Thank you.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do this evening? As you're
Are there
walking,
other things around here besides the alchemy shop and just regular old shops? Anything that might catch our eye? It's different.
So, 1 second. If you're looking around, so just to give you kind of an idea of what each street has, Red Row is just a factory warehouse district, so that's not really going to be much use for you. Orange Way has luxury goods. Gold Terrace is where you'll find restaurants and residential area. Green Street, which you've already been in, is the artisan street. Blue Crescent has religious places, which is where, and also some magic stuff. It has component shops, rune carvers, old abbeys. Indigo Parade has the residential and guild halls. The Violet Road is the military brigade. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? There's a lot of artificers in the area that might be kind of either setting up, shops in random places, or have purchased space to do their shops that maybe make lesser magic items or do other magical work.
Is there anywhere that would perhaps do a magical tattoo?
Yes. If you're looking, let's see, where would I put this? You could probably find someone in the Blue Crescent, Blue Street. You'd be able to find that, perhaps.
Street. Cool.
Which would be the same place that Kieran would go to purchase his magical bowl.
Okay.
You'd actually probably
So-
find Wiswick wandering around there buying components as well.
Guys, check it out! I got like a little mini me.
Yeah, I'll say you guys are-
Ivory. It's a little mini Wizzy.
Yeah, you guys are entering Blue Crescent, and you see Wiswick come running up to you with a little ivory sculpture of himself.
Oh,
Wow, idol worship now, huh?
Wiswick, I would.
It's a component for a spell.
Oh, of course.
That
My
makes sense.
apologies. So is this, Kieran says, holding a 1k gold piece, gem encrusted bowl. He shoves it in his bag of holding, right next to the paladin mask.
But Scarlet, yeah, you would be able to, as you're
Yeah.
wandering the street, as everyone kind of wanders it to find when you were finding Wiswick, you would notice amongst these like gilded halls and whatnot, and these you would notice around the middle of the street where there's this kind of small, very small courtyard with a lovely fountain in the middle that has a similar statues of the conservator gods around it, with a central statue in the middle of the fountain that looks. The conservators look like they were added to the original fountain. The center of the fountain has this spear-bearing and shield-bearing female, likely meant to be Adria, the spear maiden. This area has shops in the circle, but you would also see a lot of like makeshift shops that have been stuck up. And you can see one is in particular is in the alley between two component shops. You see one where they sell, incense and scrolls, and another shop that sells gem-themed things. It's where Kieran gets his bowl, and other gems. Between them, though, kind of in an alleyway up against that leads into the Violet Road. You see this these tarps that have been make a makeshift roof that have these beautiful images on them, and you can see there's a lot of junk all around in this, and you can just loose mechanical parts that are just everywhere. And you see someone walking out of there, kind of holding their arm like this, rubbing it. You can see some glowing ink underneath their arm, as you can hear some really loud music playing from the space as well. It sounds kind of like jazz, in a weird way. And the people in those shops next to it are very mad that this person has set up this shop. You can see kind of people, a guy coming out from one of the magic shops and yelling to have him turn that music down. As you can see, he's set up this divider. There's no door to the shop. There's just literally like beads hanging, and
Love it.
you can go in there. You see there's a makeshift sign on a metal scrap plate that says Felix Station.
Station. Okay. As Kieran and Wiswick are comparing purchases, I'm going to just be. I'll be just a moment. 1 second, and I will walk over there.
Wait, whoa! If you're getting a magical tattoo, I gotta come see this. This is gonna be cool.
Well, I don't.
Maybe we'll
know.
get matching ones.
Wait, do we want
No.
tattoos?
Tattoos! Everybody gets a matching tattoo.
I don't know if Ilyovania would approve of me.
But if you get one, it's a symbol of her.
I hadn't thought of that.
Let's do that.
The crescent heart.
This is her quest, as you know.
Well, then, by all means, come with me.
Then let's get tattoos.
All right, so when you I don't have jazz music prepped to be playing in the shop.
What was it called? The Felix what?
Felix Station.
Station.
Choo choo.
Wagon.
All right. Let's just play some fast-paced Irish music.
That'll work.
I love this song.
Quick! We're doing tattoos really quick!
Yeah, right.
Next in line!
But when you enter in, you would hear. First, you would hear the music, and then you would hear someone going, "Oh God!" Oh, and as you would see, kind of all over this place is just literal artificer trash everywhere. You see little what look like little automatons that are kind of you see one kind of drags itself out of a scrap pile, and is just sort of it looks like a little rabbit that's just probably wasn't supposed to still be operating. but has pulled itself out and is kind of like running around the shop. As you can see, you see the back of Felix, and you can see he has this light blue skin. He has this black headband around his hair, keeping it up. You see the hair is white as snow, and it kind of flutters and floats in the air and moves as if almost like seaweed underwater. He is an air genasi. As you can see, he's got these bright, vibrant orange eyes. He's got a toothpick in his mouth that he keeps kind of gnawing on and switching from side to side. As he's got these thick goggles on that make his eyes look massive. And he's wearing a black tank top, and he's got these black leather breeches and these black boots on, and he's covered in tattoos all over his arms. All sorts of different designs, some of them glowing, some of them not. As you can see, there's a light spell that has been cast above him that is hanging over this this shirtless young man who's probably 17 years old is getting a tattoo on his arm with this glowing ink. As he's just like, all right, you gotta stay still, man. This is not gonna work. You're really fucking up my art, man. If you're not ready for this, we can stop here. And you see the kid's like, no, I can handle it. Come on, keep going. He's like, do you want something to bite down on, man? Is that gonna help you a little bit more in this situation? You know, I tell the kids in the streets, if you're not ready for Felix Station, don't come by, man. As he starts to resume the tattoo. As you can see, this kid's friend is just lifting up random trash. As you can see, a burst of black smoke shoots out into his face from the wrong thing that he touched. And he's like, hey, man, don't touch the shit, man. You're gonna blow us all up. Get the fuck out of here already. I'm gonna finish your man's tattoo here, and then you just don't ever fucking show up at Felix Station ever again. Oh, hello there. Welcome, folks. Just take a seat, maybe look around a little bit. I'm gonna be done with this real quick. As you look around, there's nowhere to take a seat at all.
Yeah.
This whole space is about 5 feet across. This alleyway. As you can kind of see people peeking in from each end of the alley, kind of curious about this. All the Tasha's tattoos are available here to be purchased, as well as the Critical Role stat tattoos can be purchased as well.
Cool.
You could also just get a normal tattoo.
Wait, what are the stat tattoos?
It's the +1 to to an ability score.
Got it.
And I'm guessing that can't go past 20.
Yeah, exactly. There's also the fire resistance and the cold resistance one.
Ooh.
Those are pretty expensive though.
Do they cost attunement?
The Critical Role ones do not cost attunement, but the Tasha's ones do cost attunement.
There's one that does not, and it's the one I put in chat.
Oh, the spell rot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Okay. But he eventually finishes up this kid's tattoo, and you can see he's got this he essentially tattooed a glowing ship on his arm. It's beautifully done. There's one spot that looks a little fucked up when the kid kind of moved his arm, and there's kind of a streak of ink down his arm. But it's glowing a very light, a very simple jade color, and the sails of the ship appear to be moving across the skin. As he's like, all right, man, well, that's another Felix piece. Done and done. You already paid. Now get the fuck out and never show your face again in Felix Station, man. Get. And you see, kind of kicks the kid, literally kicks the kid out and throws his shirt at him to get out of there. And you see, he turns to you all and he's kind of wiping his hands, throwing. And you see the tattoo machine he has. These aren't stick and poke. He's got a foot press thing that's kind of, he presses on it, and as he keeps pressing on it, the gears wind, and the tattoo, essentially a fantasy tattoo gun.
Awesome.
As he turns around, he kind of looks at you all, and you see these massive eyes behind the goggles, and he takes them off, and they shrink down to real small. So he puts them up, and they kind of move throughout the waving hair, and he snaps his fingers, and the light spell goes away. As he kind of like move, he kind of almost floats towards you. His steps are very airy, and he kind of moves with that kind of weird grace to him. He's like, all right. Welcome to Felix Station, man. What can I do for you today?
Oh well.
He reaches over and grabs this like kind of a clay cup that has like what you can tell is probably like a cappuccino in it. And he's just like, all right, man. What can I do for you? Is anyone getting tattoos? You looking for items? Looking for enchantments?
Is it?
I mean, I saw someone walking out with their skin glowing, and I've never seen anything like that before. What is that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we do all kinds of magical tattoos here. And you see he kind of spits the toothpick out and replaces it with a pipe, and he kind of lights it up. And yeah, we can do that. What are you interested in? What are you looking for? We got your standard enchanted tattoos. We've got ability improving tattoos. We can just give you some killer ink if you want.
Goodness. What are the ability tattoos?
Oh, well, if you're using special inks, I've got several of them in stock. You get this tattoo like that son of a bitch out there that I just kicked out. That tattoo hopefully will make him a little wiser, man. And maybe he won't make so many stupid decisions when he comes into Felix Station. Well, he's never allowed back in, so.
Well, is there one that could potentially make one a little more dexterous?
Oh, of course. We've got some emerald dust over here. We could definitely use that for this. It costs you around 2,200 gold pieces for it. Yeah, I know it's a simple establishment, man. But I gotta keep myself fed, and I gotta buy parts for my experiments. And he kind of looks past you and looks at Curon for a moment, and like looks at your missing arm. He's like, well, hey, man, I think I have something for that if you're interested.
What do you mean?
You see he takes the pipe out of his mouth and whistles, and you see that rabbit that's been scurrying around kind of pokes its head up and comes rushing over, and he kind of whispers something into its ear. And you see it kind of rushes off, and it climbs up the wall towards where you can now see, like, hanging from like some wood that's kind of put across a beam across the rooftops. There are several mechanical arms hanging there lifelessly. And you see the rabbit grabs one and brings it down, kind of rushes down, kind of holds it out to the men. He takes the arm and he's kind of like waving it at you, so the hand is kind of pointing at you. He's like, I can attach one of these real nice and quick, tune it to your body, man, and then you'll be able to use it like a real arm.
Huron, that sounds wonderful.
Yes, it does sound nice, but I don't know, such a amalgamation of metal and magic. It's not quite what the gods had blessed me with.
Hey, man, it's no different from a real arm if you look at it closely.
I'm sorry. And
Or if you squint your eyes, I guess.
Points to it, and then points to his arm, and then like Scarlet's arm, and Timber, and Wiswick, and Felix's, and he's like, our arms are made of flesh and bone. That is a metal contraption.
And you see he's holding it up, and like he plops the hand on his own head, and he scratches his head with it. Well, yeah, I know that's I understand that it's it's wood and metal and magic, but what is flesh and bone really? It's just matter, it's just material, the same as this.
Material birthed from the will of the gods.
Yeah, and this was birthed from the earth.
Yeah, maybe Eliovania's just trying to make you stronger, better, faster, stronger.
Well, I know, I'm not gonna promise. It doesn't. The arm's not better than a regular arm, man. It's just an arm. But you'll be able to pick things up.
I can pick things up just fine
And
then.
he kind of scratches his back with it. All right, well, if you don't want the arm, that's okay. And he waves the arm at you and tosses it into a scrap pile.
Kieran, why don't you think about it? 'Cause I think I'm going to get a tattoo.
Oh, you've got a design in mind, man?
Well, wait. Hold on. If we're gonna get matching tattoos, we gotta plan this
no.
out.
Wiswick, we're not getting matching tattoos.
No?
How much
No,
is the
we're
how
not.
much is the damage the elemental resistance ones, the fire one and the cold resistance ones?
Oh, we got those are our most expensive tattoos. The fire opal dust that goes into the fire resistance one. That'll cost you about 5,000 gold pieces. Same with the black sapphire dust for the gold resistance.
Let's get
I-
matching dexterity tattoos.
I don't want a matching tattoo. And honestly, I'm using this to cover up something else.
Oh, wait, it's a cover-up job? Oh, you got another tattoo? Did you get it from a bad artist,
No,
man?
no,
Get some bad
no,
ink?
no. It's not another tattoo. It's some scars. Actually.
Oh, great. I love covering up scars. It always brings such joy to the client, you know.
Yes, I'd be very glad to be rid of these ones.
Well, I'd be happy to sketch up a design with you, work on it, and then, you know, what have you. It'll take, you know, my afternoon's free. I don't have any clients coming in, I don't think. That fucker over there was the last one for today. The rest of you, anyone else getting tattoos? You're just doing a group thing? We doing a group deal?
Is there a group discount?
Yeah, maybe. Depends on how many you're getting inked.
Groupon?
Oh, do you have a Groupon?
I believe I do. Let me check
I thought I stopped those. Oh god. Oh god. You know, no one tells you when you give a 25% discount Groupon out there that everyone's gonna use it.
Do you have the rare spell rot tattoo?
Oh, a rare spell rot tattoo. Yeah, that's something that we could do.
So, you know,
That's something that we could do.
5th level spell.
Kaze, didn't you already get a number of tattoos
I did.
by that man from the Sulk?
Oh, let me take a look at those. And you see, he kind of comes running up. He's like, "May I?"
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you see, he
like,
kinda
lift
pulls
my-
it.
Or pull my.
Yeah. For the other two of you, you really haven't noticed these tattoos. Curon really is the only one who knew he got it. You would notice if you want to describe the tattoos so that the audience knows as well.
Oh yeah, sure. So it's a lot of it's from his shoulder down his arm, but it's usually has it clothed up. It's just a bunch of swirls of green. It has a faint little glow, but it's like a lime green, and it slowly turns into a purple as it goes down his arm. And there's a symbol of the sulk, which is basically 4 triangles, 2 up and 2 down, and they all along a curved line. That's basically it. Just the outline of that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This is real good work, man. Real good work. You know, you got to let me know who this artist is so I can, you know, talk to them, share secrets.
Only a select few can access this artist, and they are found in Cabale.
Oh, Cabello, right? Well, I think I might find out. That might be my next destination, man. My next vacation might be. I might pack up this shit and get on up there to Cabello if they got this good of ink up there.
Yes, and only you have to know who to talk to. I cannot reveal that right at the top of, at least right here. But
Oh man, well maybe I can give you a little bit of a discount on this spell rot tattoo if you could share your secrets with me, man.
sure, 20% off.
20% off? And you'll tell me who this artist is and where to find him? You got a deal.
Is
Until,
that a 20% off for all of us? Which is
It's a real funny joke, man. But no. All right. Well, I can do a rare 5th level spell rot tattoo for you then with the 20% discount. That'll only be 3,200 gold pieces. Down from 4,000 gold pieces.
Damn it.
Everything okay, Kaze?
Hmm?
You seemed a little dejected by that price.
Yes, that I don't have that much. I'm off by 800.
800, please, that's nothing from the money Oriel gave us here. And Kieran reaches in and takes out 800 gold and gives it to Kaze.
Thank you.
Of course.
Yes, I would like, the, creation spell written on my other shoulder.
Yeah, right, man. You got good taste. What do you want it designed to look like?
I would like the artist's choice.
Oh, got myself a blank canvas, man. Okay, this is good. This is turning into the best day of my life. All right. This is-
Actually,
A,
could you,
a
could you
skeleton smoking a
Hey,
cigarette
man,
on
I
a
heard that.
skateboard?
I heard that. You know, this is a humble business, as you can see, man. If you don't appreciate my art and my offering of mechanical arms, you can get the fuck out of Felix Station.
All right, then I'll see you later, gang. Meet you back at Oriel's. I don't know if this is quite the place for me. It's not very holy. Kieran says, lead it.
actually,
He's got a real staff up the ass.
He's not usually like that. He's having a bit of a day.
yes.
Yeah, well, you know, I get it. You know, old timers, you know, man, they kind of lose it a little bit, I think, as they get older and whatnot. But okay, all right, we got ourselves an artist choice.
Could you actually do it on my forearm? My other arm.
Oh, absolutely. I like it. I like the, you know, you got a little bit of asymmetry mixed with some symmetry. It's real nice. You got it. How about you, little lady? What am I doing for you?
I'll reach into my bag and pull out the pressed cinder lily. And I'll hold it out and say, I would love to have a depiction of this flower. It's from my my home. And I don't know if you'd be able to, you know, start at one end with the flower and kind of maybe weave it into a flame or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, all right. And you see kind of like he's like, may I? And he goes and reaches for the cinder lily. He's like, all right, yeah. You see him puts his goggles back on, looks at it. Oh yeah, we could do that. I do warn you, it is going to be green because of the ink we have to use, so it's not going to match the red and orange colors, but we can make it work. It'll be a green flame. It's kind of unique, right?
Are we? Would you be able to maybe put those colors in as well and mix it in with the?
Yeah, it might cost you a little extra to be fusing these two types of inks together. They don't always cooperate well, so I gotta be very careful.
That's right. We'll just leave it with the green then.
Okay, you got it. Got one cinder lily into flame. Where are we putting this?
The scars that I have are on my shoulder here, so over the shoulder would be great.
All right, will do. How about you, little man? As he looks at Wiswick.
You know, how about a tattoo of barriers? Do you have a barrier tattoo?
Is that a spell?
It is not. It is
Is it a
the
special tattoo?
the very rare one gives you. Oh, actually, this is an attunement thing. I probably
Yeah.
don't want it then.
Yeah, I'm thinking about also getting one of those dexterity tattoos that you were mentioning.
Yeah, we could do that. It's 2,200 gold pieces. What do you want? What design do you want?
You know, something Underdark related. I mean, that's where I'm from, you know.
And I pull out a little sketchbook that has like some of the like, kind of like the Snevernevelin have like this architectural style where they do these rounded shapes and like lots of like swirling strange patterns that like are etched into the stone. So I have like a little depiction of that, and I show him it, and I say something like this, maybe. Something. Maybe you want to throw a bat or two in there. That would be pretty cool.
You see, he takes out the pipe and replaces it again with the toothpick. And he looks at it and goes, "Oh, these are real good lines, man. These are good lines. Yeah, we can make this work. We can make something out of this for sure. Where you want it?"
You know, I'm a scholar, so I sometimes have to be a little bit presentable. Maybe we want to hide it, like put it on my back or maybe my butt.
Oh yeah, man, we do ass
I knew that was
tattoos
coming.
here. We ink the butt for sure. I understand professionalism. Are you a professor?
Yeah. How'd you know?
I've got people say I've got kind of a sixth sense about this, man. But yeah, we can do that. Who wants to go first?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Where are we doing it? We doing it on your back, your butt?
Let's do the butt. It's funnier that way.
All right. And Wiswick gets up on the chair in the
Oh my
station and
God.
pulls his pants down. And give me a quick Constitution saving throw.
Oh God, no. Here we go.
What'd you get?
A 1.
Wiswick.
Did
this
you
is-
really? Oh
this
my
is the-
god.
This is the most painful thing you've ever experienced in your life.
Oh no.
As
Uh,
each. Yeah.
Can I use eye blight on myself to put myself asleep?
Sure. So Wiswick is crying out in pain at the start of this tattoo, and then eventually he casts a spell and he goes unconscious.
What did you get again, Wiswick?
I got the same thing you did.
Me, you
Except
got
on
a
my
similarly?
butt. No,
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I got a style of Snurfneblin runic patterns and like little bats.
Yeah, so you would see there's this really intricate swirling line work that is traditional Svirfneblin carvings, and then you'd see a host of bats flying out of Wiswick's ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like little bats flying out of my butt on one cheek.
Is it magical?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives
Yeah.
me +1 to dexterity.
Yes, so it
Oh,
looks
you
like
got. Okay.
it looks like the bats are actually flying out of his ass.
Nice. An image that wasn't lost on me. Lord
Okay.
Almighty.
All right, little man. Oh, he passed out. He passed out. The ethics here are a little gray. All right, well, let's wrap it up and pull his pants up, and you guys can take care of him from here. All right, who's next?
Let's
Go ahead, Timber. You can go. No, you can go.
All
I
right, fine.
might be rethinking it.
Sean, I'm gonna actually take my spell choice back, but I'm gonna get a 5th level spell.
Okay, what spell are you got?
Do I have to choose right now?
I'll allow you to take your time.
Can I just after break? I'll like be like,
Okay,
oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll allow you to take.
I
break
just
to-
need a second. Yeah.
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw with advantage because you've gotten tattoos before.
I will do such a thing. Wow. Okay, I got an 11. Nice.
Ignore my roll.
1 and an 8.
It's not as painful to you as Wiswick, but you do still feel like you're whimpering a little bit. Like this is you're letting out some dog whimpers as this tattoo is going.
Oh,
I rolled that
sorry.
other
A
person.
light fell.
Sorry.
What design are you getting on your? Oh, it's artist choice. Artist
Artist
choice.
choice. Yes.
I will reveal what it looks like once you tell me what spell it is.
Perfect. Perfect.
And Scarlet, last but not least, give me a Constitution saving throw.
You got it. Good. 6. 2 plus
Scarlet,
4.
you have been tortured before. You have fought off monstrous creatures. You had one of your arms ripped off once.
Broke my leg.
You broke your leg. You've experienced pain in so many different forms, but you still are not handling this well, and it hurts so much. You feel it every time it bounces off your collarbone. And I know Shannon has a lot of tattoos. She knows this.
Shannon does.
feelings.
Shannon knows exactly what it feels like. Yep.
Yeah.
Shannon actually doesn't mind. Doesn't feel that bad, but
But,
Scarlett's not having fun.
Yeah, you feel your whole skeleton vibrate when it hits the bone. But you all successfully get these tattoos. Scarlet, you would see that the flames kind of ripple beneath the cinder lily that kind of looks as though it's blowing in the breeze somewhat.
Very cool. Does it successfully cover my court scars?
Yes. Yes, you see that they've been incorporated into the roots of the cinder lily.
Very cool.
All right. I think that's a job well done on my part, on Felix's part, man. Well, thank you for coming by Felix Station. Is there anything else I can get for you before I close up shop, since it is pretty late now? I just 3 tattoos is a long time.
A pack of ice, maybe.
Oh, you're awake now, kid. All right, yeah. All right. And you see kind of whistles for the rabbit, who then kind of comes out of the back with a little machine and a little tiny trinket in its hands and puts it down in front of you, and the rabbit slaps it on the top, and you see it starts to vibrate. And you see, and he puts this on the rabbit puts this on the desk next to Felix, and you see Felix, he's like, takes his goggles off, he's like, I think these might be my best work, man. Thanks so much for giving me the opportunity to ink your skin. As he's, I really appreciate it. I hope you guys come back. I mean, I've got plenty of other trinkets, and you see just kind of casually as he's talking, holds his hand out as a ding goes off with this device, and you see it opens up in the front, this little box, and you see a huge, like an ice cube, the shape of the interior just sort of slides out and falls into his hand. And you see as he's talking, he's like, they don't really like me being here these days, as he's grabbing a cloth. I don't think, these squares here at this place, they don't really respect my art, man. As he's wrapping up the ice in some cloth and then hands it to Wiswick, and then wipes his hands. Like, all right, I think that should help a little bit. Another thing, and he kind of whistles again, and the rabbit goes running into a pile of junk and comes back out with 3 jars. He's like, all right, yep, thank you so much. You're doing so good. You're doing so good today. Darby, get out of here, though. All right, here's your aftercare serums. Make sure that you rub those on there anytime they get a little dry. Don't scratch them. If they itch too much, you can slap them a little bit, but don't scratch them. Don't ruin Felix's art, man. Or you'll never be allowed here again. But thank you so much for letting me ink your skin. Have a lovely evening. I'm gonna go take a nap. What are y'all gonna do for the rest of the night?
I think we're going to go.
You want to grab some dinner?
No, it's all right.
Yeah,
we have
let's
some
do
other
it.
things. No, Wiswick, we
I
have
think I'm
things
really.
to attend
I
to.
think I'm in the mood for some kebabs. Anyone
No,
want to go
let's
get some kebabs with me?
Street
Uh,
food's kind of
we ha-
rough. I can't really be walking around the street
Well,
with this thing.
Well,
Wiswick, we have to go find Kieran and our other associates. Thank
I could also
you
go for some
very
shawarma.
much. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Let's go. Come on, out. And I kick them out. Nope. Kick them out.
All right then. Well, have a lovely evening. You're always welcome back at Felix Station, man. And then you see you walk out and you see the he claps his hands and the beads shift to a curtain that falls down so that it gives him some privacy in there. So you can see the lights go off in there. And you all have your tattoos from Felix.
Yay.
The Air Genasi.
Very cool.
And I think that's
Very,
a
very
good
cool.
point for us to take a break so that Alex can decide what spell he wants.
Also, so we can do our giveaway.
Yes, that's right. Also, so we
Let
can
me
do a
get the-
giveaway.
Hold on, let me get let me get this all set up here. All right, so my friends, we have a giveaway happening tonight, and I am good to go. Good. Okay, if you would like a chance to win the updated design of the Sneak Attack Dice Vault, so it won't be this one, but it'll look very similar, but it's the updated version of this. The top comes off. You can store your favorite D6s in there, and you can keep track of all of your sneak attack dice. Hashtag Robe into the chat for a chance to win. US only. Sorry, friends. and there won't be dice in it. It'll just be the tracker. So if you are from the U.S., go ahead and enter hashtag Rogue into the chat so that you can have a chance to win.
All right, folks, get those hashtag rogues in there, and we will be back after break. Make sure Rogue, R-O-G-U-E, not Rouge. I have done that too before.
Rouge.
R-O-G-U-E.
No. R-O-G-U-E. Yep. Hashtag. Not exclamation point. Hashtag.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
There we
right,
go.
folks, we're gonna go to a break now. When we come back, we will pull the winner for the giveaway. Welcome back, everybody, to Advantage in Paradise. Get those hashtag rogues into chat. Rogue. Hashtag rogue, not rogues.
Rogue.
Hashtag rogue.
Rogue.
Into chat so that you can enter a chance to win a Arcane Spectacles Sneak Attack dice for our giveaway. US only, so I'm going to give y'all a little bit more time to toss those rogues in. We've got a few entries. If anyone else would like to enter, now's the time. The party has just finished up getting some tattoos from an air genasi named Felix. And they're all now heading back towards, well, the three of them spent the rest of their day doing that because it would take each of you a very long time to get each of those tattoos. So it's nighttime now, and you'd be heading back around like 10 o'clock at night probably. While during this time, after Curon was kicked out of the shop by Felix for being a crotchety old man.
He left on his own accord. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's true. He was going to leave anyway. Curon is going to be heading out to do his own thing. All right, folks, one last chance. Toss those hashtag rogues in. We're going to do a countdown from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it, Shannon. $100 says Patch gets it.
Oh! My God.
All right, Patch, I'm gonna message you on Discord, you son of a bitch.
Here's the third giveaway Patches won from Paradise.
Yep.
Look at you, Patch.
We love you, Patch.
Gee.
Good job.
All right, excellent. Well, congratulations, Patch, and let's jump back into the story. So, the streets are bustling at this point. Curon, for where you are, because I'd say it's around, the sun is setting when you left the shop, so it's around 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, as you wander into the streets, and you are heading towards the Luxem Pastorum, correct?
Yeah, I imagine he would just wander the streets for a bit, just kind of being like a little bitter, more bitter than he usually is. Kind of just like annoyed with the auction, and specifically the Untitled noble that he met, and just muttering under his breath, why wouldn't he? Doesn't he understand what we're dealing with here? The world is in turmoil. And just and then thinking about a mechanical arm, a prosthetic of sorts, where he's like, I can see the utility of it, but it wasn't the arm that I was blessed with at birth, and it just doesn't feel quite right. I know Governor Clay had suggested it, but no, I don't know. And feeling a little in turmoil, he's like, let me go see what the Everflame has here in the city, and we'll head off to the Luxem Pastorum.
Excellent. So you kind of were wandering around the Blythe a little bit, kind of watching the people, maybe sometimes getting a little upset at just the fact, like, you know, the world was potentially coming to an end, and just seeing people like that they don't even know, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
Before long, you start to head back towards the Voshian vicinage, where you would see some folks taking a boat down the canal into a space you hadn't explored yet. You go up and you could see there are some boats there with people piloting them, escorting people to and from the Luxem Pastorum. And you can easily get into one of them if you'd like.
He'll nonchalantly just kind of like wander on one.
Yeah, and these boats they usually fit like 4 people and the person who pushes the boat along. Very Venice vibe to them. And you see that each of them has the way they're shaped. They're quite long, and in the front they kind of have this a twist of wood that comes up, then has kind of a bulb of magical light that glows in the front of it, as someone is just pushing you along with a long pole. You see the people are on the boat with you. There are 2 others with you. You see there's this very elderly woman. She looks like she could be in her 70s, 80s maybe. a human lifespan reference. She's grasping at a piece of old cloth that looks like it's a small like blanket. As she's kind of whispering under her breath and kind of rocking back and forth. The other person is a young man who is wearing fairly meager clothes, and you see he's got just like a small bag of coins that he's holding on to, and he keeps opening it and counting it over and over again.
What's the woman saying underneath her breath? Because I can either hear her or I can read her lips.
You would hear her, like, the gist of it is sort of, please, Grace, Everflame, protect my grandson, protect my granddaughter, protect them from the war, protect them from the Quintarchy, protect them in their challenging fights ahead, protect them during this war, and let them see me again at the end of the Long Dark.
What's the seating like in the boat? Is it like something where like Kieran could kind of like shift over and like be closer to her?
Yeah, for sure.
So Kieran will do that and kind of looking over to her, like not making eye contact, but like turning his head towards her. He'll say in a soft voice, "The Everflame protects those who are true to her. As long as your grandchildren are true, they will find safe passage out of the war."
You see she looks up at you surprised that you heard her under her breath, and she smiles at you, and you can see she's crying a little bit, and she she reaches out a weak hand to take your hand, your one hand, or best you can. You have your staff, so she kind of grasps at your wrist,
Right.
and just sort of whispers, "Thank you, thank you."
Of course. The Didact protects those who deserve. May I ask where your grandchildren are?
From what my daughter tells me, my grandson is in the lines by Tasaka, and my granddaughter is over. Last we heard, she was heading towards the lines in the Paraxis Peninsula.
I'm sorry. War is a terrible thing. To take children from their families to fight for something that sometimes I don't know we truly understand what it is exactly we're fighting for. But I'm sure with your faith in theirs, they may see their way through this. I've been to the lines recently in Tasaka, and while things are grim at times, you Endurans are strong against the malice of the Quintarchy. Your faith will reward you.
And she tightens her grip on your wrist as you say these words to her. "Thank you. You're a kind, good man."
I just do what I can. And then turning to the young man with the gold. "Excuse me, my good sir. What brings you to head to the Lux Pastoral with quite some damage?"
Your mic's clipping a little bit,
What's
but I did catch that. I did
okay.
catch it. You see he kind of looks up, kind of surprised that anyone's talking to you, and was distracted by the gold. Oh, well, I'm just bringing what I can from my family to donate to the temple in hopes that The Ever Flame will guide me.
Your family. Do you mind if I ask, are they well off?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm coming from the Brassica Reach.
The Brassica Reach, I'm not familiar.
Why, have you saw the wooden scaffolded homes outside the city walls?
Ah, I saw them from a distance as we entered from the north on the river. If I may, Zendariel cares not for gold, for money. She only cares for those that are faithful to her and work for the good of our realm. I'm not saying to throw out what the elders, what do you call them? The heads of your church?
The Graces.
The Graces, yes. I'm not saying to disregard them. But you and your family need that gold more than they do. I can assure you of this. Bring your prayers and your good wishes, but I think that gold is better served in your pockets. To feed and to clothe.
Thank you, sir. Good advice, if I've ever gotten any.
Of course.
You see, he returns to counting the gold. But before long, you would find yourself entering into beneath a grand, tall bridge that connects the two reinforcing walls of this area, and you would enter into a large pond that is in the center of the Luxem Pastorum, where you would see there are several floating lanterns in the water that have little magical lights in them that glitter, giving a beautiful, lighting up the pond in a beautiful way, especially at this time of night as the dark star is setting. And you start to see the stars above, and they reflect beneath the lanterns on the water. As you're approaching, you would see across. This is not a Vermeil Sea is a very densely populated city. The buildings are really close and tight together. Here, there's just the cathedral, and then the temple grounds are mostly gardens with beautiful cypress trees all throughout, tended to by the Graces here. And you would see there are several different worshiping sites throughout these gardens. You see small worshiping spaces where there'd be a little statue that might show a soldier, a little statue that might show a family, different places for people to pay their respects. And you would also see on the southern reaches of the Luxem Pastorum, across the pond towards the wall, is the cemetery or the graveyard, since it's attached to a church. It's a graveyard. And in this kind of twilight sky, it's a very beautiful space. The cathedral itself is quite large. You would have seen it before you even got here. It's massive. It's got that Renaissance style cathedral. It has several stories of rooftops leading up to a small spire at the top that has a 7-pointed star glittering above, as well as a large bonfire that burns tall behind the star, silhouetting it so that the entire city can see it. And the bonfire is, from what you can gather from people around you, eternally burning.
Okay. Have we docked?
Yes, you would at this point be approach, and there is this long, quaint dockyard where you can get off, and there's a road that immediately leads up to the temple, and then a road that leads to the garden area, and then a road that leads back to the cemetery.
Not that it matters much, more for flavor. When Kieran disembarks the boat, he would do so by walking on the twilight.
Very nice. As you do that, you would see the old woman seems to not. She seems to be staying close by to you. She's not following you necessarily, but you seem to provide her with some sense of ease and comfort. So she's as you're here, she seems to tend to keep you with an eye shot.
And then Kieran would head towards the citadel to see if there's, something going on inside, or what he can see. Passing by the bonfire, do I sense any kind of magics coming from it, divine or otherwise?
Give me a religion check. Or arcana.
We're gonna go with religion, probably. That's a natural 20, Sean. So that's a 28.
Nice. Yes, this thing is emanating with holy magic, and it's quite powerful.
Is it reminiscent of what I felt when I was in Zendariel's realm?
With a natural 20, I would say yes.
Okay.
Like this fire gives off the same magical vibes to you as the flame that she lit on her staff when she tapped it twice. Also, like looking at the cathedral, despite like kind of like the really impressive architecture of it, the stonework looks ancient. It's aged over time. You can see there are parts that look like they were renovated and added more recently to help support the building. That this might the foundations of it, the first floor is probably the oldest, while they've kind of added more to it. And the where the bonfire is looks just as old as the foundations. As you would likely have heard at some point from Cal that that Honduras is the original place of the Everflame faith.
Right.
That started here.
And as I enter, I'm gonna look for iconography that is, similar to, kind of the Hell's demon worship. If there's anything that is reminiscent, or harkens back to that original worship.
Sure, give me an investigation check or perception check.
I'm gonna use my Eyes of the Moon to get advantage on that perception check.
Hell yeah.
Because I gotta do that twice a day. Good thing I did. 26.
Okay, so when you enter into the church, you would see that there are, very, Christian-style pews leading up to a central chamber or a central ring, and it looks like they have two seating sections that kind of one on the side you entered in and one in the back, both facing that central circle. On the sides, you would see two wings that have what appear to be one has a statue that you would see with this that shows the angelic form of Zendario, and just the angelic form, along with several candle lighting places there. On the right wing, you would see a statue of that you're not familiar with when you look at the iconography for it. Is another woman, tall. She is holding a shepherd's crook that has a flame in the center of it. Your best amalgamation is that this is supposed to be Ein, the original Dawn Mother. She has a cloak that wraps around her shoulders and down her back that looks like it's made up of oak leaves. And she has this crown of ivy around her head. Much different, more druidic than the form of the angelic form of Zendario. You would see that Zendario does have those 6 wings you saw in her angelic form. She has the blinders around her eyes that you saw, and she is holding that staff with the flame at the top. It looks like that staff with the flame at the top is a shattered version of the shepherd's crook, where the actual crook is broken off and the flame remained. You would notice there's some people sitting at the front rows of the pews, where there's a grace in the center, tending to the visitors and giving them counsel. You would see in the center of that ring there's another fire that's lit there, and the smoke kind of gathers up and exits through. So like the tower where the bonfire is over a kind of a dome, and you'd see on the dome you would see iconography of a celestial nature. You see no demonic iconography here whatsoever. That dome is held up by open pillars, and you see the smoke kind of going out those open pillars from the bonfire in the center of the chamber.
Does it look like there are any relics on display here?
Yes. You would see that there are some relics in the areas where the statues are, kind of beyond the candle areas. You would definitely see some relics on display.
Kieran will go towards Zendario's side first, to the left. Nope, to the right. To the left. And kind of puts around there a little, looking to see what's around there.
Sure.
Yeah.
You would see there's a lot of there are these altars that have what are meant to be excavated relics from the original days of the church. You see some that look like indiscernible stone slabs where you can barely read the text. It's in old Duran languages that are kind of cracked in half. You would see a strange crown in one place that has it looks like it has thorny bits on the inside of the crown.
Crown of thorns.
I didn't want to say a crown of thorns, but essentially a crown of thorns. But it's not like it's not like a woven crown of thorns. It's a rusted old iron crown.
More barbed than.
Yeah, barbed is probably
thorns.
Better than thorns. It's interesting. Like you see some of these relics, they look like like relics you're aware of, kind of these old manuscripts or old worshipping stones. But then there's mingled with them things like this crown, this barbed crown. You see one of them is this obsidian statue of Zendario. And this one stands out most to you because it's hard to notice it because it's worn over the ages, but it looks like it has more of the demonic form of Zendario on it. The wings are not, they're skeletal. The first thing you notice is that the 6 wings are skeletal. The stone of the face is too smoothed over to tell if it's a skull or not. But this is the first evidence of some part of the faith at some time knowing the truth of Zendario.
Are these like behind a barrier of some sort? Can I walk up to this obsidian statuette?
You can walk up to it. You would be able to get up close to it. They are not behind glass or magical barriers.
After a quick inspection, which if I see anything more, regardless, Kieran will pick it up.
Okay.
Almost to like inspect it and how he's doing it.
All right. Is there anything in particular you're looking for on it?
More of the demonic iconography, but if there's anything, like some kind of magical aura that he senses from it, or like any kind of, anything that he's looking, or anything that would stand out to him.
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check.
Is that a 12? 16.
You would pick it up, and you would notice there's script that's been carved out of it. Like you can kind of barely notice as you pick it up. You would even see, like as you pick it up, a seemingly out of nowhere, a grace would approach you.
Of course.
But before they approach you, you would notice that there's script on it that's been scratched out. And you get there's faint magical aura, a residual magical aura where the script once was.
Mhm.
As the grace approaches, he would say, "A lovely piece. We believe it dates back to the early settlements of Honduras."
Yes, it's quite a marvel to see these old relics. I apologize, my eyesight's not as good as it used to be. Does there seem to be script at the bottom here? Kieran says, kind of off, showing him where Kieran would see the faint script being scratched out.
You see, he would take it from you, and he would look at you a little suspiciously at pointing this out. You would notice,
Mm-hmm.
and then he doesn't even look at it, but he just responds, "Ah, yes, a blaspheme of a relic. It was found with these scripts marked out, we believe, potentially during the wars, the old days of the land, perhaps with the Gwyn, perhaps not, that this relic was damaged by raiders in a way to blaspheme and demoralize the early church."
Of course, it couldn't possibly be. You're the ones that have the relic, but no, that's not. No.
Are you all right, sir?
Yes, sorry, I just think aloud sometimes. It's simply that, with my time with Zandario, she seemed quite different than you show her here in the church. You don't quite show the other half of her, do you? Are you familiar with the didact? Kieran says, looking him straight in the eyes. And he's looking for a reaction at that statement.
Give me an insight check.
Gladly. Gladly. It's still a 15.
I'm unsure of what you mean. The Everflame, her grace, the Dawn Mother, has but one form that watches over us.
I guess it is somewhat like one form, though it shifts between life and death, celestial and so. At this, Kieran's not looking at him anymore and kind of like seems to be almost lost in thought.
Bissell, are you suggesting our grace is demonic and of the hells?
I guess not suggesting, more of a statement. That's where she came from originally. Of course, she was a didact of the hells before she took the mantle of I'm over there. He says, motioning to the previous episode.
Do not think you are reading the right texts.
Oh, I don't read any text these days, no. I simply experience what the gods deem to show me.
I'll have to ask you to please leave the relic chamber. There is only one form of Zandario, her grace. She served Ein as a celestial before taking up that post.
If that's what they teach you, if that's what you truly believe, maybe you're correct.
Well,
maybe
there are certainly the blasphemers and the heretics of fire and blood from the Gwyn Empire. Their belief in Zandario's skeletal form. But the Church of Honduras does not agree with such heresy.
And why not? Have you seen Zandario? Do you know that she doesn't have this other form?
The Luxem Pastorium is home to one of the last remaining embers of Zandario, who saw it burning above.
Of course, I
we
said
have
this
some
out.
authority over understanding her grace.
Of course. But To every coin, there's two sides. Is there not?
I understand the metaphor you're making.
The gods are what we make them. If the blasphemers believe her to be this form, as you call them, maybe that gives her form true power. Whereas yours inversely gives her that power to bind the Everflame. Just a thought, Huron says, and then he's going to cast Mislead.
Okay. Is that a saving throw?
No.
Oh, really?
It's a concentration spell. I become invisible at the same time that an illusionary double of myself appears where I'm standing. My illusionary double is going to simply walk out of the church while I remain invisible here in the relic area.
I love it. So you kind of slip out of your own skin in a way into this invisible form as your double kind of pauses for a moment, and after what you've said, and then turns and begins walking out. You see this Grace watching you as you leave, and does not take his eyes off of you until you leave, before returning the relic and then huffily wandering off into another area.
So the two relics that really stood out to you were this obsidian statuette and the crown, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna take them both.
Huron's badass these days. He's learned lying and thieving.
Wait, what? I thought you were against this.
Okay.
That man earned
Learning well.
his magic item. These relics sit empty in a church, do nothing for the greater good.
Okay. All right. Yes, you can definitely take both the skeletal idol and the barbed crown.
All right. And I guess I have an hour with it. I'm gonna head over to the other side and just check out the Ein relics.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're looking over there, you would find that there are far fewer relics over here. And you'd see similar like tablets or old scriptures. Probably what stands out most here is a staff that is this is kind of raised up a little higher, somewhat out of reach, because this is a bit more of a active item. And you can see this item is it's a shepherd's crook staff, and it's on a pillar, and it seems to be standing of its own weight, and it has roots growing out of it that are wrapping around this stone pillar and kind of breaking into the stone. And you can see the iron area when you get up close to it. There's life in this space. There's plants growing out of the cracks in the stone. There's lichen attached to the walls, the vines growing up the walls, all giving off a lovely summer warmth and breeze that seems to flow through this space. As you can see, the crooked staff has... let me just pull up the description for this because I haven't described it in a while.
You've described it before?
I have.
Who would have thought?
Where is it? Shit, can't find it. But essentially, the staff is knotted wood, and it has like water flowing down it, as if a rushing summer river. You see beautiful red flowers growing off of it, and lush dark green grass that's kind of latched onto some of the gnarled wood of the crook. as this is giving off very powerful magical vibes, of course.
Reminiscent of Zendariel again, or
No.
can I touch the staff?
It's positioned so that you could touch the roots that have grown out from it, but it's too high for you to reach the staff itself.
Is it in dim light or darkness?
It is in no. The
Okay.
area is well lit.
Okay, then we'll just touch the roots. Does anything happen?
Yes, actually,
Oh.
this is a you see, this is like in the center of like all of this is right behind the statue of Ein in this small circular chamber.
Mhm.
And this is in the center of it. As you touch it, you would feel the water that seems to be flowing inside the staff. It sort of trickles out from the roots and onto your arm and moves up your arm, and it seems to be completely adhered to your skin. Like the water's flowing over your skin and not dripping off of you. Do you keep your hand on it?
What kind of energies am I feeling from this?
Radiant healing.
I will keep my hand on it.
Okay. The water continues to kind of spread across your body, and you feel aches and pains relieving. You're feeling renewed. You're feeling rejuvenated. For a moment, it feels like the magic is trying to take root into your arm, but it's not quite strong enough to regenerate your arm.
Of course.
But this is a deeply comforting water. Like you feel all that bitterness from earlier seems to leach away into the water itself. This feels closer to the feelings you get from Ilyvania than from Zendario. It's not, you can definitely discern it from that, but the power is older and stronger.
Cool. So just to clarify, I've put both relics in the bag of holding that is kept securely on my person beneath my armor. And turning away from the staff, is that Grace nearby somewhere? Preferably somewhere between me and the exit.
Yeah, the Grace is now kind of I'd say he's around the entrance, kind of looking out, and he's probably honestly looking for you. I'm
Okay.
trying to make sure that your double actually left.
Yeah. I imagine my double would have stopped by the bonfire. But as I leave, I'm going to drop the spell. And as I walk past him, I'm going to point back. Well, yeah, with my staff, I'll point back at the Ein con area, whatever it's called, where the staff is. And Kieran will say, "That's quite a powerful relic that has immense healing properties. It would do much better in the hands of someone that would use it for good." And then he just keeps walking and gets on the boat.
Yeah, you would see he takes he kind of like takes like a double take and then kind of like and then looks over and your double is gone and he's just and you see he kind of like wraps his robes tighter and then like looks around and closes the doors of the church and rushes inside.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
And then head back.
Just head back, please.
Okay, easy enough to do. That staff is an item.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. That
Seems like
it's yeah. It's based on an item from the Griffin's Saddlebag, which is a really great
Oh yeah,
company that makes Yeah, it's the staff of the Four Seasons from that.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep, which they had in the home game. And they traded it for a teleportation rod.
You guys are monsters. How dare you?
Anyway, you all kind of arrive back at the estate of Oriel at night. It's quite late at this point. Curon, you'd probably get there a little earlier than everyone else.
Wait,
Is there anything?
what were we all doing other than
Getting tattoos that take a long time.
Oh,
to get.
right. Yep. I know things. Yep.
Is it possible to be like curling up with some hot chocolate?
Yeah, absolutely. You can be in
Or
the,
some chocolate that I can heat up?
They will heat the chocolate for you.
And it's still not going to be hot enough, so I'm going to heat it more.
Okay. Yes, you could definitely do that. There is kind of like a nice common room area that you can be in with that. That has like a nice open. It's very similar to the place where Curon put his sanctuary. It has kind of that open veranda vibe with a hearth in the center with several comfortable couches, lovely blankets, and it has a nice overlook towards one of the garden areas.
Definitely got a blanket.
Okay.
All right, Vizik. I got these boots. I think you'll find them
Cool.
quite fun. All right, ready? And I'm going to cast Levitate on myself. Oh!
And at first it's very much like it when they drink the sodas in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and he's just like
Busy lifting drink.
Wait, I need something to hold on to. Oh god.
If it's dark enough, Curon will Steps of the Brave to like join him in the air.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely like if you're away from the hearth and towards the exterior of the room, you could definitely do that.
See, isn't it so much fun, Kaze? The freedom kids.
Yeah, this is fun. As like I'm upside down, like
Yeah, like you can't control yourself and you're just rotating.
Is there like
Yeah.
an open window somewhere? Or you
Oh,
said
yeah.
a veranda.
It's a veranda, yeah.
So Curon will like take his hand and go, "Come with me."
Ah, no.
As he like half drags him out, leaving the staff behind at this point, to bring him up a little higher, and goes, as he's up there, "Look at it, Kaze," looking over the city. He goes, "Isn't it so beautiful?"
Hold on. And I take out my immovable rod and I click it in place and hold on to it. And
Oh my god, this would be such a good moment for you to lose concentration on
my
Levitate and just be like hanging there, like, oh no.
Ah.
Because I imagine you're like a good like 70 feet up in the air at this point. But yes, you would be able to see, because since the city is kind of on the root of a mountain, you can see the entire thing out to the outer walls. You can see the river running through it. You can see the rivers running across the plains below the city. It is quite beautiful.
well, I'm not used to this height, but my god.
Yes.
Wiswick's just laying on his stomach with his books in front of him, just like shaking his head, like, ugh. Anything else? Come on,
got
Scarlet,
this.
did you learn anything?
I did. I got a ring of free action.
Interesting.
Yes. Yeah, I don't quite understand how it works yet, but I'll figure it out.
I mean, I could always identify it for you if you want some specifics. But I'm sure that the auctioneer gave you all that information.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
each
little
would have
card. There's a
gotten.
card that came with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you each get a certificate of authenticity, a little card that has the details. It looks like a note card that the DM covered in tape to laminate it. Like I used to
expected
do
it.
for
have that
magic
exact
items.
card. Definitely
Yeah.
have one of those somewhere.
Josh has the Staff of the Four Seasons card somewhere, even though he doesn't have it anymore.
Me too. I know exactly where it is.
SMH.
What about you, Kieran? What you get?
He's up in the air right now.
They're
God,
They
what did
left.
you get?
No, they're up in the air. They'll be back in a moment.
Kiran, can we cool deck down? I don't know how to use this.
Of course. If you ever need help, I'll happily teach you the ways. Though I think my controller bit is. Well, it doesn't matter. He'll got guys at my feet. And he leads him back down. Kieran leads Kaze back down to the veranda balcony.
Kaze, give me a quick dexterity saving throw.
The rolls haven't been great tonight.
No, but that's a 14. It's 23.
Okay. You land just fine then. You don't tumble and lose your footing.
Oh, man. I could get used to that.
It's very disorienting. You do have a little bit of vertigo from this.
I do brace myself on like the balcony.
Yeah.
You alright?
Yes, that was both a very cool experience and terrifying.
Sure. Sure. Do you want some hot chocolate?
Ooh,
I can
please.
ask for more. And I'll just say that I asked for extras, and it was sitting out for a while, so I'll warm it up a little bit and
Thank you.
pass it to you.
So yes, you enjoy some hot chocolate.
Wiswick is going to obviously start learning his spells, but also he's going to cast Contingency on his new found idol. Contingency is essentially a spell that lets me store a spell that is based off of a contingent effect. So I want to cast Polymorph. It has to be a self targeted effect. So I'm going to cast Polymorph on it, which means that under the condition that I say the name of an animal, I will be automatically polymorphed into that animal.
So anytime you say the name of an animal,
In the next 3 days, yes. I will be
Anytime.
polymorphed into that animal.
Anytime.
And what are you casting it on? Your tattoo? What's the contingency
No, it's
getting cast on?
into the little mini idol he got of himself.
Oh, got it.
And I'm basically doing this for fun.
I love it.
Okay. That spell actually lasts for 10 days.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I'll have to remember that.
Yeah. Takes 10 minutes to cast, and you've already got your 1,500 gold piece statuette of yourself. I just love the image of you going to a shop and a guy being like, "All right, stand still," and slowly, magically carves this idol for you. Okay, great. I will need to make a sticky note of that just in case you say any animal names over the next 10 days.
We shall
Did you
see.
polymorph into
I have
that
a
animal?
good feeling that Alex will remember this. All right. Is there anything else anyone would like to do during this sort of relaxing evening before heading off to bed?
Can I
spend more time with the chocolate? Spend time to read.
Okay. How many hours do you want to spend reading?
Maybe like 2.
Cool. Sounds good.
You're up to 8.
I said 10 actually.
Yeah,
10? Did you
spent
read earlier?
you spent hours earlier in the day to do it also.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Kieran, you had something?
Can I further inspect the statuette to see if I can make out anything? Literally just obsessively staring at it almost and tracing the letters and trying to work it out.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Can I assist if I see him doing it?
If you'd like to, if Kieran will take your help.
Oh, without a doubt. Kieran might even be like, maybe you should make the roll for this with advantage, since you're definitely better than me at this.
Sure. I love investigating things.
A good old fashioned Kieran Wiswick research session.
Oh, yeah. So Kieran doesn't exactly say where he got it from, but he goes, it seems to be an old idol of Zendariel. Some kind of script here that's been scratched out. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I feel like it could be telling of her origin.
All right, let me react to that after I roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a 17 plus 9 is 26.
Nice. What I'll say you notice is that, what languages do you know?
I know Common, Dwarvish, Gnomish, and Undercommon. But I also have the Comprehend Languages cantrip. Or first level spell.
You would notice that there's some bits of the script that you can make out, that hasn't been fully carved out. What you would notice is that there's a magical power that seems to have been behind this script, and when it was carved out, the magical power was dulled and pacified, so that it doesn't. It's still there, but it can't be activated.
So if I were to cast like detect magic or something like that, or identify, would I be able to figure out the original origin of this,
Yeah, potentially.
like the purpose?
Yeah, identify could potentially show you the original purpose of this.
Okay, I'm gonna start preparing that ritual then.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where you got this junk from, but it's got some sort of residual magical effects. Let me give it a go. Just hold on 10 minutes.
Of course, thank you, friend.
Okay. So you set the idol down, you take out your feather and your pearl, and begin to...
The pearl, by the way, that Huron gave to Wiswick as a reward from one of our first adventures with the Lord of Lord Harrenson.
That's true.
I just want to make sure everyone knows that Huron, since the beginning, has been fueling Wiswick's arcane.
That I gotten a lot of
Refuses
use
to
out
carry
of that
diamonds.
identify spell. Everybody's been using it.
It is.
But as you cast the spell, you would, for a moment, your vision, you would like see the idol in its original form for a moment. Like the script is returned to it. The aging wears off of it, and you can see that it is the original form is this very well-crafted obsidian idol of Zendario with a kind of what looks like almost like a cloth that kind of swirls around it and then comes up to the cloth that wraps around her eyes, and all along that is this harsh script that you don't know the language of. And you would see that this statue was originally used by very, very early clerics of Zendario as a holy symbol, and that this particular one was meant to amplify the cleric's magic. Some might say give a cleric +1/+1 to spell attacks and spell DCs, but also it empowered fire magic that the cleric would use to increase their abilities to manipulate fire.
Could I possibly I'm gonna write down what I see, like just the shapes, because I don't know what it means, but I jot it down in a notepad so later on I could try and decipher it, because I don't think I could have two rituals going at the same time.
Another thing that you would notice is that idols like this were also used in a more mundane way as well, as they were maybe perhaps somewhat superstitiously put at the on the above doorways in either the church or even in people who could afford them in their homes, meant to ward off invaders or intruders. Is meant to be kind of a charm in that way that is meant to protect the home or the hearth.
I relay this information to Kiran, and I add,
You know, this seemed to be a pretty powerful device in its prime. I mean, obviously it's inactive now, but I mean, General Kinsley has been taking all those Primor Seer, armors and weird effects that we've been seeing him use. So I got to imagine that there is some way of possibly refurbishing this device to retain some of that innate magical properties.
It also, through the identify spell, it reeks of demonic magic.
Yep, definitely evil too.
Well, now, why do you say it's evil?
Yeah, it's got a demonic vibe, you know?
Sure, but I don't know if the demons are inherently evil entities. We're taught that, sure, but our connection to the hells is very limited, and our knowledge of them is very limited.
How many demons do you know, Kieran?
One, her name is Zendariel the Everflame.
Do you know her really well?
No, and I don't think I will ever know her that well.
So I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say demons are evil.
Of course, but you're also the gnome that thinks all drow are evil, and yet aren't you very good friends with one now?
Yeah, I guess you have a point there, but I mean, Kelra's a little different. She's not like she is from the Underdark, but she's not like those other drow.
Oh, I thought you mentioned that. Oh, well.
No, she's from the city-states and the mountains.
Two completely different peoples. The drow and the Underdark are no joke the evilest things I could possibly imagine.
Maybe that's just what you're taught. Maybe it's true. Who are we to say? And Kieran just gives him a little wink.
I am to say, they eat people!
Of course, you who controls the weaves of magic. Yes, isn't that what you first told me when we met?
I'm reading.
It's true.
Do you want to do the same thing with the crown, Kieran?
Yeah, actually, seeing Wiswick's ability, he goes, actually, I have another item that I came into possession of. This bobbed crown, if you wouldn't mind, my friend.
All right, gentlemen, if you're just going to be looking at these, I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning.
Scarlet, have a wonderful night of sleep. May the crescent heart, the ever flame, and the shadows in between watch over you.
So, Sean, I just rolled twice because I realized that I have a point of exhaustion. So,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
the good news is
Forgot about
the good news is I rolled 17 twice, so the roll did not change at all.
Nice.
So if you want me to roll again, though, I'm gonna do it at disadvantage.
No, it's okay. If you want to just cast the identify spell on this, you can do that.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'll just do that then.
Okay. So similarly, you would see this thing in its original form. You see all the rust and wear goes away from the iron crown. You would see in its heyday, it would be tinted a red color, and it would have similar etchings across it to the etchings on the idol. And you would see that this was used to enhance blood magic, and it is infused with blood magic. You can sense that if someone were to restore this and attune to it, that there are spells within the crown itself that could be utilized that are of this sort of sanguinary magic that requires a part of the life force of the person using the spell. That's where the barbs come in handy for a blood mage.
Yeah, this thing looks pretty cool, but probably not the best thing for us to use with Timber around, you know? The whole blood issue.
Right, yes.
Similarly, I write down the things, and then I want to use comprehend languages to decipher both of those scripts.
Okay. I'll get those to you next session.
If they are unimportant, you can just say so.
No, they actually would be important for probably what Kieran's interested in.
Oh yeah, I don't care about their properties are cool and all, but it's the lore around them.
Yeah. No, I wanna write
And I
something
don't
good for
wanna- I
Stefan.
don't want to spend 250 gold of incense just to let you know.
Where do you get these, Kiran? Who gave you these?
I like to think that Zendario guided me to them, but I took them from the cathedral at Durham.
You've what?
Did I? I took them from the cathedral over the Luxem Pastorum.
Did you ask first?
No, I don't think I did.
Timber just goes back
What
to
the
his
hell, Mr. Morals? First you're learning to lie, now you're learning to steal.
I always knew how to lie and steal. I simply didn't do it because it wasn't right.
So,
The more I'm on this plane, the more I realize that we must do what we think is right.
so what you're saying is we should go rob that rich guy.
That man,
No, he might be an actual danger.
Your rogue went to bed. Don't do it.
No.
that man earned the timepiece, and as wonderful as it would be to have in our possession, I don't see it being central to our endeavors. However, I do intend to return these objects once we've investigated them a little further.
You mean we have a car, we're planning on leaving tomorrow morning, that's why I got all my chores done today.
Of course, and when we return, I will return the objects. If they are deemed useful in the time between, very good. If not, they'll be just as safe with us as with the Graces, Kiran says with clear disdain in his voice, back at the cathedral.
The people in the cathedral are really that bad then? What'd they say to you?
They're not bad. Simply misguided in their ways. Though again, it is no fault of their own, I believe.
Is this one of those things where you're like trying to teach somebody a lesson? Like when your dad takes away your toys because you did something wrong?
My father never took anything away from me, though I guess I didn't have much to begin with. No, I do not intend to teach anyone anything. I simply wish for them to open their eyes and see the larger picture. Also, they won't miss these relics. They simply sat there gathering dust.
I guess I can't argue with that. Still though, next time you want to throw the moral book at me, think twice, okay?
I always think twice, Wiswick.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to do? Anything else you'd like to do this evening?
Nope, I think we're all set. Personally, I don't want to speak for the others.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to get rid of this point of exhaustion. Is what I want.
All right, so you're able to rest for the evening to get ready to leave the next morning. The night goes by, you sleep in the comfort of the villa, and the next morning you all awake with a schedule to leave at noon. Is there anything you'd like to do this morning, or you'd just like to get ready to leave?
Just get ready to leave.
Get ready to leave.
Get ready to leave. Is Oriel around?
Yes. You would see he's outside directing the servants as they're loading up what actually looks like a second wagon.
So joining him outside, and at any point, anyone can feel free to interject if they have something to say. I imagine like we're all bringing stuff to the carts and stuff like that, and doing stuff. Kiran would first. Good morning, Governor. How are you this morrow?
Good morning, Kiran. Just seeing to all your effects for your journey. I hope these wagons will serve you well.
Wagons, it's plural. I thought you were simply gracing us with one.
No, for what I have supplied for you, I believe you'll need 2.
And what, might I ask, have you deemed necessary for our excursion south?
And you see as they are packing up the wagon, you see he steps up onto the wagon and sits in the front seat, puts his feet up, and he says, "Why me, of course."
You're
coming
coming
Huron.
with us.
Of course.
Huron simply beams from ear to ear, whistles, whistle for Rocco. As he arrives, he mounts up and goes, "Well then, what are we waiting for?"
If I'm to rally the country to fend off extraplanar threats, well, I need to see firsthand what you're talking about, to come back and bear witness.
Well, you're in for a ride.
You've got no arguments for me, friend.
I mean, is this gonna be okay? Do people know that you're leaving?
Oh, I have learned my lesson from wandering off unannounced. The reason I've been so busy the last few days has been I've been establishing wards and deputies to tend to my business here, and I have my ways of communicating with them. It's more important for me to see this oasis.
Huron kind of leans over the saddle towards Ariel and goes, sending then, and gives him a wink.
Of course. I wouldn't miss this for anything.
And I think I speak for all of us when we are ecstatic that you would join us.
With utmost honor. To travel
Yeah,
further.
more the merrier.
Although I will be sitting in the back of this wagon.
So, you can all hop up into the wagon to prepare to leave. Who would like to be in the first wagon? Would anyone like to stay in Oriole's wagon?
I'll stay with Oriel's wagon. And I might sit up front with Oriel, but I'm gonna read for the most of the journey.
I imagine so. The
I'll
rest
be
of
in
you
the
in the
first
other
one.
wagon?
Huron
Yeah. Go ahead,
writing
Karen.
Rocco.
Oh, yes, that's right. Kiran is riding Rocco.
Don't you forget it.
Rocco. Excellent. So, go ahead.
Scarlet, I mean, I have some paperwork to do. It's gonna take a long time, but I know you don't have much familiarity with like driving. Do you want a little crash course? Maybe you can help me
Sure.
out and drive the other cart.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
don't
I've
take,
never
don't
driven
take his
anything in my
crash
life.
course. Take his drive course.
Haha.
Huh.
So yeah, Wiswick takes the reins, but
Sorry.
he like asks
Never
Scarlet
dad
to sit
jokes.
next to him. So like he just goes over the basics. And we travel behind Oriel's cart.
Okay. Oriel
So going slower.
Oriel is bringing a few retainers with him to help. So you won't have to drive the carts all the time.
Oh, okay.
But you start
Oh.
to.
Well, there
What
you
are
go.
the retainers' names?
You'll learn them next session.
Robert 2. Robert
Yeah, they're
3.
exactly.
No, no.
And they're
too
all look
soon.
just like Robert.
Roberto.
No.
Roberto.
You find out that Robert is actually just
Roberto.
this hive mind that exists across the entire continent, and there's several of them.
Too soon.
That's way scarier.
Yeah. We are Robert.
But no, the day is getting quite chilly. You notice there is some light rain coming, and you notice storm clouds to the south as you start to head towards the southern road out of the city. You would pass. You would go down through the Blythe, and you can really see the city now. Because you're going through the entirety of it to the southern road. And you see the tall fortress that sits at the vanguard of the city. You walk through the double walls and into the Septizar, where you can see it's much more packed tight than the Blythe. And there's a lot more twisting alleys and streets, and this is where a single building might house like a dozen families. And eventually you get out to the outer wall, pass through the Brassica Reach, where you see this sort of shanty town kind of hugging up against the wall. And you take the southern road, and you begin to head south towards the Gap of Glass, Ephrodala, and eventually the Fields of Glass. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Woo!
Woo! Good job, everybody.
Good job, you. Good job, you.
Good job, you.
Walking out of here with some cool new magic items, some stolen relics, and
Define stolen.
I am so disappointed in you.
and
I'm
and
so
a good
proud of
friend,
you.
and a good friend sticking around,
So proud of you.
And tattoos.
and tattoos. And you met Felix, who
Yeah.
I think might become an extra planar entity.
Another.
I was gonna say,
Yes!
if and when we
You gonna
stop
show
by
up for the whole
Sulk,
campaign?
What'd you say, Kieran?
if we go to the Sulk at some point, he better be there just chilling, like, yo, what up, man?
Yeah.
They let me in. I was so chill. Astraeus is down.
Exactly. But thank you everyone for joining us. I am gonna probably gonna raid the same people we did last week, just because we didn't look for someone to raid
Oh,
yet.
crap,
Normally,
sorry.
Shannon who's supposed to do that. And
I'm
give me
sorry.
someone.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're just gonna raid Better Than Heroes again.
Okay, great.
But next week, Shannon, don't get so wrapped
Alright,
up
I'm
in the
sorry.
arcade.
Ah!
No, you're great. All right, thank you everyone for joining us in Paradise. We will see you all soon. Make sure that you check out our other programming. Every Tuesday nights, we have Shadows in the Mist, a Jasper's Game Day Presents Curse of Strahd campaign. We have an episode tomorrow, but then we're going to be on a 2-week break, and then it'll be back. So please check that out. Every Thursday night, we've got Advantage in or Relaxing in Paradise.
Nope. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm pulling up.
Do you
my
need the
notes.
document again?
I
can-
have
can
it.
send
I
to
just
you.
got it up.
Are you sure? You are great.
The Disaster Hamster VOD will be available tomorrow on YouTube. And of course, join us again for Advantage in Paradise every Mondays. And on Sundays, we have the Sean and Shannon Power Hour, where we recap the episodes, talk about speculations, and sometimes make Shannon play games. Shannon and I are in season 2 of The Scales Above every Friday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. We took a break last week, but we should be returning this week. We've got the Creators Assemble charity games that will be on Saturday, May 15th, both at 7 p.m. And 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, where we'll have Paradise people in each of those games. And then, of course, Sunday, May 16th at 2 p.m., we've got the Bay of Skulls one-shot, DM'd by our very own Clayton. It'll be his first stream, his stream DMing debut, and that'll be with the
You should
Games
be.
Tavern charity, and it is for the charity No Kid Hungry. So check out all of that different programming. We hope to see you around. And of course, there's also the Jasper's Game Week coming up, so please check that out. We are
Starts
in
on
association
Friday.
with them. I think Shannon's in a game or two of that.
Yep,
so check
on
that
Friday.
out. We are good friends with them, and we hope you check all that out. We're gonna raid our friends over at Better Than Heroes, so please give them our love when you head over there, and we'll see you soon. All right, you can take us out, Alex. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Wait, like out?
Yeah.
Oh, you just want
Where are
me?
we going?
Where are we going?
To dinner. You're taking